There's the age-old phrase, you can't take it with you, referring to our material belongings that we have here as we wade through life. But in far older cultures, in more ancient times, the pharaohs and the kings of old would dispute that. And they did take it with them. Their animals, their familiars, everything they amassed, including servants as well. And it's in one such place that we'll be heading to tonight. But where we last left off, the party had defeated over 200 evil forces, a purple worm, in which Elbin was almost swallowed.
You were so close.
And then they saw forces through the hills and the dunes that they thought might attack. But, as explained, the Thri-Kreen were celebrating their valor.
Mm-hmm.
As you're all resting and catching your breath, you see dawn lick over the dunes and start reflecting off of the sand, glittering in the distance. And the Thri-Kreen seem to disperse into the hills. And there you are. Probably pretty wrecked.
Killian would go and check on Adam. He seemed like he got pretty beat up in that fight.
Adam is walking over and you see the sutures and whatnot have come loose. Things are kind of hanging. But at the same time, you still see lightning kind of crackling across some of the stitches.
Oh, yeah, because I hit him with a...
You did indeed. So he doesn't actually seem... It's also a little harder to tell than maybe another humanoid, but...
Wounds don't behave the same way.
Thank you for that shock of the storm. It healed me.
I thought it might. I'm glad it did. We can make a powerful combo.
Indeed. I did not like the fire so much, though.
I know. I'll do what I can.
I understand.
You alright, Elbin?
Yes, I'm fine.
I think Killian will try to help him up. I mean, Killian's not strong at all, so...
And Elbin is not fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, somewhere around 1. Between 0 and 2.
As Elbin's kind of sitting on the stairs there, too, you see Wraith somewhat being carried
by
Clack, as she took a big hit from that tail stinger and has a nice big wound. Kind of dragging over.
I'm probably doing the same thing with you.
Yeah.
You guys ascend the stairs back up.
I think Killian will even cast a Tinser's floating disc to carry up the wounded.
You hop on that disc?
I think if there are other wounded, I would probably let them do that. I don't know if...
Mostly.
Okay, I'll get on the disc.
It's mostly just you and Wraith, and kind of immediately Wraith puts her back to yours, so you are both
I see
kind of leaning.
On there too.
There's always room for you. The disc, I keep it ready just for you.
You try to put a cheek on, and you're like, no.
It tilts. Nope.
Damn it.
I think I'd lean back and say, see, Killian, if we can do all this, we don't have to worry about your enemies.
I'm afraid
we barely did this.
I think my enemies might also make that look like child's play.
We got out of this with no problem, though.
Way to inspire us.
And in this basin that you kind of have between the dunes, I mean, there are the remnants of pieces of a large purple worm kind of still sticking out. And I mean, it's just littered. There's plenty of bodies, but there's also scorch marks. I mean...
I would actually go get Buckley and the recruits and Sir... What's his name?
Sir Bradford.
Beryl?
Sir Beryl Bradford.
And we're going to go police as much of these weapons and armor as we can.
Okay.
To kind of stockpile our reserves.
As you get up there, you see that they're all reacting a bit differently. Some of them feel triumphant, and Sir Peril is kind of surveying. It's like, you performed finely. Others are, kind of hunched down. I mean, they didn't sign up to be warriors, and they're just, they're looking a little shell-shocked. Like, they're kind of patting each other. Buckley's there. He's got his crossbow, and he's just...
No problem, right?
Yeah, right, Cap. Kind of takes a long 1,000-yard stare. He's like, right. No problem.
We have new allies now.
Which ones?
Thorgreen.
Like, oh.
The insect.
He's like, right. Like the big fella.
Right.
He's going to get weapons.
Might as well. We expect to have more troops in here at some point.
Mm-hmm.
That's grim business. Don't make all the boys do it if they don't look like they can handle it.
Well, I'll tell you what. Buckley, you and I will police the weapons. You guys carry the weapons up from the base of the tower.
You can say wine if you're getting wine.
It's after. That's a treat.
Sir Bradford.
It's like, yes, my lord.
I believe, if I'm not mistaken, we took the day without a single casualty.
That we did, my lord.
Have you got a finer victory under your belt?
It'd be 30 years past as we took the trolls in the hills. But not in some years, my lord.
The men performed admirably.
That they did. Some need a little work, but under the circumstances...
They weren't soldiers.
Well, it would seem that we all are now, my lord. I, for one, forgot the exhilaration of it all. To fell evil with justice. And we did issue out justice, my lord.
I believe we did, in large measure.
I shall help you find the weapons as well. And immediately starts...
You can take off your armor if you want. It's fine.
I shall not, my lord.
Fine. All right, let's go.
I think Killian will pull out his last healing potion and be like, why don't you go ahead and drink that? Looks like you could use a little bit of a pick-me-up.
Thank you. Do you drink it? I don't know if I'm going to need to...
No, I imagine we're going to take a long rest. I would hope.
Oh,
Nope.
Thanks, guys. Coconut Monkey, thank you for that subscription.
Oh,
Thank you, Tony.
T-Dog.
Y'all are going to take a long rest, don't worry.
Thought that worm might have had you. We wouldn't have let him eat you.
I know you wouldn't.
Robert says nothing and turns and walks out.
Yeah, sure.
Those are terrifying beasts, you know. I don't remember my parents much, but I do remember tales of one. It took many of the hunters nearby to fell it, and it ate its equal share, and then some.
Never seen anything like it.
I've always been terrified of them. Now I'm not so sure.
Not so sure if you're terrified anymore?
Not so sure if I'm terrified of anything other than those who hunt me. But we did beat a purple worm.
And hundreds of attackers.
That too. Kill him, breathe in a little deeply. I think he's gonna survey the men and the tower for a second and be like, Alright, let's get you somewhere comfortable.
Alright.
He'll kind of help him walk, but I do think Killian's kind of looking around like, hell yeah, man.
I mean...
The worm's still out there, right?
Pieces of it are still exposed. The head kind of sunk back into the hole that had actually come through some of the rock of your tower. Not the walls itself, but as you get down over the stairs, you can still kind of look down and you see the tongue just kind of sticking out with the large...
Close enough that I could take some teeth out of it as trophies?
I think you'd have to scale down there a little bit. I mean, but it's maybe only 20 feet or so. But yeah, I think you could.
I'll take out a rope and hand it to Buckley. Get something for the men.
Nice.
Buckley's like, yep, good on you, Cap. I'll hold the rope.
And I'll basically, what I want to do is get like enough teeth that I can make them like a necklace that they can all wear. Even if it's one big tooth per person.
You can get one big tooth per person, and it still takes you a while as you're kind of chopping, and you know,
blasting.
I'm gonna give that
come
to Jeff
out
for the Grizzly trophy.
And you help Elbin back to his grove, essentially.
Yeah.
And as soon as you kind of enter that dome where the tree is this the first time you've been in here?
No.
Since the growth, yes.
Yes.
He was in there before. So I do think he'd be like, wow, you made it beautiful.
Thank you. The tree I brought back grew quite fast, even faster than I could have done.
Can I have that? Like some flower or something.
Of course you can.
I think he'll scoop it out by the roots and just kind of hold the root system and flower in his hand for now.
And as you do, I mean, it still seems so vibrant, especially with inside of this dome, and there still looks like fireflies are bioluminescent, kind of just tinging all around.
I think while you're holding it, I'll put like some extra little touches on it.
Yeah, I think it'd be like, all right, thank you. Of course. Well, should I let you get some rest?
I suppose that would be best.
All right.
Do you think you have
Time of day is it?
Oh, it's dawn.
It's dawn.
Oh. Yeah, well, I guess it's still on.
I mean, it's still a bit darker in here. You can still take a rest. Do you think that the tree could have grown that way? Do you think you have a particular spot that you sleep in? Like a hole or a nest or anything, or just right on the grass?
I think in the tree, and I think he'd gradually, like, guide a bunch of branches into, like, a built-in hammock in the tree. It's made out of the branches, though.
Absolutely, and I mean, they're kind of interwoven, and they almost still feel young, like young wood, where they flex a little bit, but they stay permanently kind of young.
Nice and
cool.
Forever young.
Forever young. And you, immediately just... As you get to the top of the tower, you see that on the back side of the tower, there was clearly another battle that raged. And you see, again, similar scorch marks to yours, just kind of littering. A couple, I mean, nothing like what you faced at the front, but you see mostly Amelia is there now, kind of looking out. And you see some of the familiar ashes on the ground of spell scrolls that were immediately burnt up as they were used.
Well, you handled yourself well.
She's like, that's what I trained for. I'm like, yeah, you did most of it. She was like, you just missed a couple trying to scale the side of the tower.
Good thing we had you at our box. So where to now?
She's like, well...
Wraith and Clack, are we in the right spot?
Gotta jump just a little bit further. She's like, small though, just across the desert.
Alright, let's take a rest first. I think all the men need it, and we certainly do.
Like, agreed. She kind of sits down and just breathes deep.
I'll be in my chambers. I think Killian is going to do a thing just momentarily, though. I think he's going to go to his chambers and he's going to set the pot on a table, or he's going to find a vessel.
Sure, easy to do.
You know, put it in there, and he's going to try to, like, cast some cantrips without having it wilt. But I think, when he sees it start to brown, he'll, like, stop and just maybe probably get a little frustrated. I think it's the long time of undoing knowledge.
I love it.
Thanks, dude.
Go ahead and just roll a d20. Flat out a d20.
How's a 2? You know what?
You kill everything.
I'll re-roll it.
Okay.
I'll spin that narratively. It makes sense coming from Elbin's soul. A 1.
Well, you tried, and that's what counts.
Here you go. You want to rip my character sheet?
The vines strangle you.
It starts to brown with your first... You have Mage Hand? Is that one thing?
I think he's certainly not, he's not going to set the place on fire, so...
No, but you're trying to, you're trying to pick up, just something light on, your desk with the Mage Hand. But you're trying to focus on it, and you see it start to wilt, and you focus more, and petals just start falling faster, even as you try to pull. And it looks like it's died completely. But then you see a couple of those glowing things, and it seems to turn green again after a moment. There's something enduring
Cool.
within the threshold.
I think he would stop at least somewhat satisfied, catch his breath, look at the bits of shattered mirror, and just, like, fall into his bed.
Thank you, Cranio Dad.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
You easily just fall asleep. Even with the heat of the desert, which is already, with the exception of you being outside gathering weapons with Buckley, a few others seem to have the stomach to be able to help, and the others are they've worked together enough now, they seem to know who's capable of being able to do
we
what.
fireballed the shit out of that battlefield, so we may not get a ton back.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, but,
There were a ton of archers and tons of swords.
I'm not going to make you roll for it.
just gather what we can.
A good couple hours.
Yeah.
You guys, you gather up plenty, including, I'm going to say that you guys actually find a good amount of healing potions, too.
Oh, wow.
Maybe enough for each of us to refill up to 2?
Go ahead and each one of you fill up to 2 greater healing potions, but you also find just minor ones that, if you want to keep around, basically, the tower, you could.
Well, they could just be for the troops.
Right.
Kind of thing.
Right, but we're going to use them.
So, but, you find kind of a couple intact, and some are definitely orcish and goblin, and you somehow instinctively know, and you all taste it, that it tastes disgusting, but you're like, I know that that'll still work as a healing potion,
Mm-hmm.
but...
We'll put them in the back of the shelf.
Yeah, you're like...
Bottom shelf.
Bottom shelf. Honestly, I think you find none of the weapons are... some of them are, better, but none are remarkable, but I think you find just about everything you're looking for. And you find swords, maces, hammers, plenty of bows and arrows, both short and long.
That's actually probably what I was looking for more than anything.
And there's frankly a ton of unused arrows is the biggest thing. You find
That's huge, actually.
a massive amount of arrows.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll just gather all that stuff up, and I'm going to hold on to the teeth I have for it now.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll talk to Buckley after we get back in.
You have a bag, a Santa Claus bag full of massive teeth.
Make so many surfer necklaces.
So you just
the tooth fairy.
and you can hear the clunk, 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 clunk as you're heading up. But you do as well.
All right.
I think while they were out there, as I'm about to go to sleep, I noticed my bottle of wine I got for Romer, and then I'd take it to wherever Romer's sleeping and leave it, or staying, and then leave it there with a nice little
He's
Elben
paranoid
note.
about wine gifts now.
That's true. I would sign it, not sign the
Sign
bottle.
it.
Sign the bottle.
Put a little
From
flower.
Elben, thanks for being a fan.
To my Lord Romer from your Lord Elbin. You just make a flower grow out of the cork.
yeah, and then I'd just leave a little note.
Nice.
Thanks for being a friend.
As you get back in, you store the teeth. Buckley seems to know what everybody kind of needs. He's like, all right, day off, mates. We're going to rest up. He's congratulating different members, especially the ones that seem like they're having a harder time. He's like, oh, great shot. He's like, we won't have to do that much. He's just been on ships long enough. He kind of knows how to...
Well, as he's trying to do that, I'll be near him, kind of looking at a window, looking down where his little grove is, and I'll look over to Buck and say, I wonder if we could roast some hops down there.
Buckley's like, ooh. Methinks we could, Cap.
I'll talk to him later about it. I just got the proficiency brewer.
What's that?
He's like, well, that could go a high way for morale, especially for getting more people.
That was my thought.
I've been in a couple scrapes on ships, especially with Captain Carpentry, but I've never done open warfare before.
It's only going to get worse. You know that. And I say that, low.
Yeah. And he's like, I knew what I was getting into, Cap. He's like,
You're a good man.
He's like, you are too. He's like, he's like, I'm gonna go I'm gonna go sleep it off.
Sounds good.
With that, you guys take the day, and all of you sleep. All of you rest. If any of you get up and kind of do some light activity and wander around, for the most part, everybody else is kind of doing the same. If you look out your window, you do see that Uski is kind of walking around, like where there's still rock kind of at the base, and seems to be painting markings and walking out paces, so you see little dragon feet just painting another spot. And, she also goes out and picks through some of the battlefield. And
Oh, I'm sure.
Finds little bits of rope.
Yep,
Some twine here. Some spear tips.
see a couple limbs coming off, where she just... But it's... The day passes. You can't... Well, no, you haven't jumped yet. So... 8 hours can go by. It was dawn. It's mid-afternoon, frankly. And all of you are feeling rested. So you all wake up about, kind of are ready to go, maybe 2.
I think Killian, when he levels up and gets new spells in his spell book, he kind of, does the thing where he wakes up and it's like something just came clear to him. And he just kind of furiously starts scribbling them. So he'll take a look back at his spell book and kind of re-prepare them in his mind for the morning.
Oh, yeah.
Because you get 2 spells in your spell book when you level up, so I think it's more just quick inspiration of something being unlocked.
Go back to your old books for reference and...
Yeah. Exactly. It finally makes sense.
Practice the...
Right. Yep.
Tight. I like it.
Alright, yeah, I think I would just go to sleep, too.
Yeah, you guys all... We'll say you all wake up and kind of converge in the common room. And you see Wraith and Clack and Amelia, and they've kind of been talking. Wraith is bandaged up a bit, just kind of sitting there, and over and you can see a well-worn map.
Are you feeling any better?
I was like, well, I don't feel like I'm about to enter the hells, so... Better. I'll heal up. I always do. You all... ready?
I think so.
I think we are.
Alright. Well, we're going to the crypt of Amen Amap.
Say that again.
Amen Amap. You don't know the name?
I've never heard it before.
Lucky you.
Does Killian?
Go ahead and roll history.
Cool.
I actually have history.
Roll it.
I have +8 in history. So 15.
Okay.
These dice are on fire. Where's my dice jail? 1, 2, and a 6. Not good enough.
15? You vaguely... You know what? You know enough, you're like, oh, that was one of the pharaohs in the region. At one time. Or a king. You're like, pharaoh? King? Well, was it?
A ruler.
A ruler, you know that.
Familiar with the name. Kick off the old shoes.
Just well, most of this used to be a verdant land. She's like, but mages did what mages do. Unleashed powers, pretty much cursed the entire place. Sucked it of all its living forces in some endless battle that they had. Now...
Must have been terrible.
I think Elvin would look at Killian, but in I hope you don't feel bad about what he's saying. Oh, he's not talking about you.
Yeah.
The pharaoh of the time, though, none was worse than he was. Amassed everything that he could. When he finally died, he had already set up his own crypt, his own little temple to himself. They moved all of his riches, any of the secrets that they put down there, any of the spoils of war. It's twofold, though. Even those who were happy to see him dead gave more, hoping that he should not return from the realm of the dead, hoping that it would be a final imprisonment. That being said, the place is filled with riches, secrets, potentially weapons of
Do
power.
we know what she's going for?
Yes.
Did they describe it to us?
Not yet. Not yet.
Okay,
You know it's something that
the threat.
Clack wants.
Yeah, for his people.
Exactly. She's like, Bell said that your old mystery fella said that there's pieces of glass for your teleporting lighthouse, sanctum, this place.
Mm-hmm. All is appropriate.
There's apparently a couple there in the final crypt of Amen Amap.
Who is surely still dead?
You know, I've delved into plenty of crypts. I've delved through caves. I'd be willing to bet that it won't be that easy. The place is most certainly trapped.
That's what I was about to say. Probably trapped.
Do you have a map of the tomb?
No, none survive. But we do have this Clack kind of hands piece, and it looks like a strange, almost looks like a cog, but it's withered metal. You can see at one time it might have had inscriptions on it, but they're well worn away. So like, this is the key to enter it. But until we jump to here, which goes through endless sandstorms in the area, it is impassable. That's why nobody's been able to reach it. This tower can get through that. We'll jump right past the sand walls. The Thrycreen have had this key for a long time, but they can't reach it.
And what is it that the Thrycreen want in there?
Basically, it's a large jade egg. Or it should look like jade. She looks up. You see the slightest head movement. It's both culturally significant and has some magic to it for the people.
Is it delicate?
She's like, is it delicate? No,
Right.
not really. She's like, I mean, don't go smashing it or testing that theory, but
Well, I just want to make sure if we grab it and drop it or fall on it, it doesn't.
shouldn't be. It should be kept in the final tomb. He took that in a conquest, so they buried him with it. But he never had a right to it.
Alright. I think we can get it back. Anything else?
Your guess is as good as mine.
Will you be joining us?
Yeah, we should. Yes.
With all those traps, should Uski join us?
Unless you're skilled at that.
It's like, I should clarify. We will be joining you at the first part. But the key needs to constantly be moved with the sun.
Mm.
Otherwise it closes up. And there's a good chance it might not open again. So we will guard the entrance, and we will keep the key moving with the sun to give you a way out.
I think we'll be okay. Let's let Uski stay here. We don't know how capable she is. In those kinds of scenarios, setting them up doesn't mean spotting other people's work. I'm confident in the three of us.
Well, that doesn't mean we're just going to be stumbling through that tomb. I don't like the idea of that, but I don't disagree with what you're saying.
I'm happy to ask her.
But she could be a wild card in there, too. That's what I worry about.
She could be.
Alright.
You hear some minor...
She's like, oh yeah, so I'm gonna come? Yeah, let me get my explosives. No, yeah.
I think that answers the question.
It's nothing major, but it's a...
Doesn't have to be.
Yeah, if you look out the window, you see the rock, like... and her...
Hopefully we'll have a tower to come back to. Alright, I think we're good.
So
You hold the front, we go inside.
So if the key isn't turned, we could be stuck forever?
I don't think it'll be good. I think there's somewhat of a time limit. It hasn't been opened, but it might be counting down. I don't
worry.
think you should have trouble while you're in there, but if it closes, there's some sort of time frame. It hasn't opened for over 500 years.
But still, we're on a bit of a timer, is what you're saying.
Not if we continue to move it.
I could get us out.
All right. Suppose we're ready then.
Okay.
Agreed.
Let's do it.
She's like, then just put this at 0.315. I'm just kidding.
Mark.
She's like, this is where we need to go. And Amelia is kind of in relation. I mean, she's got the diagrams put out. She's like, should be directly this way. Kind of gives you the coordinate. She's like, Amelia never seems to be the one doing the jumping. Kind of steps back. Like, should be good for whoever wants to jump.
I think Killian will just assume the controls.
You open the iris and for a second, it's just brief. And again, you see the kind of sand kicked up. Still a light landing, but some of it. As you look out back towards your south now, and even east, you can see these whirling kind of sandstorms. It almost looks like you're in a tornado to some degree, but just...
I am a hurricane.
Exactly.
Cool.
And before you, you see obelisks kind of lifting up with old runes up at the top, 4 of them. And you see a kind of a small, low structure that still looks partly kind of covered in sand. It might have been larger at one point, but it's just...
Alright, let's get this over with.
We should set out. Yep. Killian will load up on water and supplies. Like just foodstuffs. In fact, I think he's going to cast the Tinser's floating disc and load it with...
Dibs.
Load it with water. Load it with rope. Torches. Food. Just in case we get trapped.
That's not concentration, right?
Nope. Well, I don't think so. Either way, I'll kill it once we get inside. No, it is not. Just ritual.
Awesome.
You guys descend, crunch out. The sand is cooler here, again, because some of the sun, it's not necessarily blocked, but there's those aspects of overcast and the haze. So the sand's kind of cooler as you head out.
Cool.
Take a look back at the tower, and you just see your footprints kind of leading deeper and deeper into the eye of this storm.
And the times that Romer couldn't see his footprints were the times that Killian's disc carried him.
There's like water and food on the ground near it as he just pushed it off and sat on the
We don't need all of this.
We're good.
These are little food caches for us to get on the way back.
Anybody want a Nutri-Grain bar?
Leave a beef.
Oh, hey, we got the chocolate chip granolas.
Yeah. Hold on, let me check my purse. Anybody need a tissue? Oh, let me wipe your face. There are large metal doors as you pass the obelisks, and you see ancient runes written. I mean, a lot of them are symbolic. You know what? I think some of them closely resemble Druidic even. Enough that you can make it out. And I mean, it's a warning. It's your typical, do not disturb what lies beneath. Some are just, it almost is marking an X.
Well, these certainly suggest we shouldn't be doing this.
Of course they would. Who would want their tomb raided?
They usually don't say come on in and loot.
Well, they don't this time.
Then you find one that says, come on in and loot.
Actually, Romer.
Well, actually.
I did say usually.
Perhaps when Romer dies, we'll put that in his...
I'm right here.
Cool sword lies within.
Welcome all.
First come, first serve. Help yourself.
Assholes.
Take a weapon, leave a weapon. Let's get back on track, guys.
Take a weapon, leave a weapon.
Pretty good.
I'm good. Large metal doors. They seem to be kind of engraved with what you see is looks like a king on the throne with cats next to him on each side. It's very symmetrical. As you open the doors, this room is somewhat lit. Not from any torches or anything, but you see what is clearly in the center. You see a large stone circle, and you see statues all around. Oddly enough, all of the statues have spears that are pointed towards the circle.
Okay.
Not outward, as you would imagine maybe guards of some sort would be, but they're all pointed down. And it's a giant kind of metal structure.
So you said pointed down?
So
They're holding them down at the
they're holding it down at the circle as if you're trying to keep something at bay.
out. Or, yeah.
Whereas you would expect, you've been in other places where they would be
guarding.
They're guarding. Most statues.
Are there any other passages in here?
Not in here. You see that it's kind of a circular room, but there's it actually looks like blocks of glass that light is coming through, and clearly the light
Like focused on
is focused on a single point.
What do you make of that?
I don't know. Maybe it's a way down into the tomb.
There's a wraith kind of walks over, and you see it's shifting almost like it's on a track. But there's kind of a pedestal, and there's a spot exactly
For the cog.
for the cog to fit in. You like rotate this to go with the sun. So like should keep everything open.
All right.
Alright. We'll scream if we need you.
Like, hopefully we hear you. It'll be fine.
If we stash the food just after the entrance, just in case.
Yeah, sounds good.
More room for me.
She and you hear sounds like metal just being pulled apart, snapping against stone. And like an iris, this metal opens. And at the same time, the heavy rumble as all of the statues start rotating on their base. And they all stop in the same way, so where everything is pointed outwards now. And deep within, there's just a shaft that goes down. And you can hear stone grinding against stone far off in the distance, things being unlocked as they echo up.
Maybe that disarmed all the traps.
Absolutely. That's very possible.
Maybe the Pharaoh heard us.
In fact, I'm so confident of it, I think you could walk right in. We'll be right behind you.
Of course.
I wouldn't do that, Homer.
As you look down the shaft, light is now starting to emanate up. When you get closer, it's cold. It's incredibly cold. Almost impossibly so. And as you look down, you see basically just flames starting to light up on the side on these big braziers. And there's ice covering all of the walls. I mean, this is just a giant hole down.
No stairs.
No
nothing.
stairs.
How far down?
It is 120 feet down.
Is that a staircase or no?
No.
Start taking out my rope. The
And
extra rope that he brought with.
Killian brought extra rope, and Clack and Wraith both had rope.
Actually, I'll keep my rope.
Okay.
We'll use our backup rope.
Gotcha.
This is our only way out of here, so.
It's
All
like,
right.
I mean, Clack kind of pulls on different statue legs and ankles. It's like, they'll hold.
Alright. Tied up, and I'll start rappelling down.
Okay. Why don't you guys set yourselves right in this giant hole that I made right here?
That's my favorite thing.
I have restraint.
You don't.
Do you guys have one rope? Or do you have a couple ropes tied?
Oh, we would have to have a couple ropes.
No, I mean, not tied together. But I mean, are you each coming down a rope?
That's a good
or
question.
do you have one long rope that you all decide to
If we could have a backup rope, that'd be great.
What's it saying about eggs in baskets? Just
If we have enough.
one. Just one
Yeah.
best.
Definitely keep all of your eggs in a single fragile basket.
Only one thing to drop.
Is there enough rope for 3? Yeah, we'll do 3 then.
Yeah, probably would do individually in that case.
Because we're going to go down,
Is it because I
Spec
asked
Ops
you? No,
style.
I'm just kidding.
Probably, yeah. But I would also have my disc following with the food, taking the food down to this point.
Okay.
But it stays 30 feet away. You can't fly. You can't ride it.
Yeah, gotcha.
As much as I would like to.
You can't, right? We can. We can start fighting.
You guys could. I could take the rope, and you guys could climb the disc.
No, I think I would climb down.
I do think Killian's terrified to climb.
For no other reason to make sure that I can climb back up on the rope.
Killian also didn't prepare any fly spells or feather fall, so
I was wondering about that.
He's like, feck. Killian would tie knots in his rope before dropping it down.
Okay. Do you think you did that at regular intervals?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
No, irregular.
No, how much? How many knots do you tie? Do you tie them every couple, or do you do it every 3 feet, or are you doing it every 1 foot?
I think
as a
every
knot?
3 feet.
Okay.
So he doesn't eat up too much of the rope length.
Gotcha. You kind of measure it out. You get that a knotted rope is going to go to about 100 feet.
Okay.
But
it's 120?
It is. I think you guys are smart enough to weigh that out and be like, that's probably about 100 feet.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, I will not mind it then.
Okay.
Or you know what? I'll not as much as I can.
Gotcha.
Right?
Okay.
And I'll actually knot it towards the top, not towards the bottom.
Gotcha.
So when I'm getting tired climbing up, I have knots to climb up.
Okay.
That's way too smart of thinking. I think once Killian realized it wasn't going to reach the bottom, he's not knotting it at all.
All right.
Just slide down.
Gotcha.
I'm going to turn into... Because you got me all worried.
You can fly now, can't you?
No.
No.
I thought at 8 you could fly.
Maybe with one of the
Double
other
check, though. I think you can.
Maybe you can.
Look at your druid.
Just be a rude dude with a positive druid.
It does list bats and owls and all kinds
Maybe
of...
you can fly at 8.
I think 8 was. I think 8 was
it.
the break where you could fly.
All right.
Can I turn into a giant eagle?
It's CR1. I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
All right, I'm just going to fly down real quick.
You're such a dick.
Okay.
Well, giant eagle, could I carry...
You could carry one person probably.
Can you?
I don't know. Y'all know better than me.
They're large.
They are
Yeah,
large.
they could carry.
Giant.
I'd say you could carry one
He
person.
did it in Lord of the Rings. So
At least to glide. Yeah, I think Killian's
he
frustrated,
climbed into the wall.
tying the rope, oh my god. And then if you turn into an eagle, he's like...
Okay. So, are you gliding down with Killian?
Mm-hmm.
I'm
You climbing a rope?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, man.
As you get,
Everything's fine.
as you start
All right, let's
gliding, about 20 feet down, you see that all of the walls are dripping. It's heating up. There's just a number of these braziers, and they're set kind of at various points.
They're melting the wall?
They're melting the wall, and as you get about 20 feet down, you start to hear... and it smashes just about as you're getting there. And blades. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw, please.
Cool, I guess
Jump off.
I'm beholden to his, I reckon, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah,
17
you got
plus
it.
5.
That's
Hold on!
I'll pull up the character sheet, sorry.
You're about 15 feet down by this point. and you can see these now scythes.
Does it cut his ropes?
That's what I'm about to ask.
It doesn't cut your rope right at the moment. I'm not going to do that to you.
Well, they're below me, right?
Yes.
I was wondering if it cut off the rope below me, too.
You're good for now.
Okay.
Everybody make a perception check, though, please.
10.
24.
Oh my god, another one for Dice Jail. That's another one.
24, you absolutely see it. You see that the blades seem to kind of every 20 feet swap which way they go. So there's scythes going here at first, this way, say north and south. 20 feet down, they go east and west. It would be possible to predict which way you could get down, but you have to alternate.
Gotcha. Is there any way I could help guide Romer's rope?
I think I need you to creatively tell me how you grab it and do it.
So can you describe the blades again? They are just...
So here's the other thing you notice with that 24. So as blades go kind of north and south right here and seem to hit everything, the braziers go east and west.
So they're on the opposite sides?
They're on the opposite sides.
Of where the blades
go.
Right.
And then down here. So.
What are the intervals of the braziers height-wise? Like every 10 feet, 20 feet?
Every 20 feet.
Okay. So I have an idea. Before we go any further, it's like, I'm going back up. And he climbs back up. Should I be making athletics checks?
Make an athletics check to go back up, though. But you double knotted it at the top,
I did,
so go ahead and roll with advantage.
17.
Yeah, you make it up.
So I'm going to tie the ropes where the braziers are. Or at least 3 of them.
I got you.
And then I'm like, as I get down there, swing me over towards the other ones. Like, buff it, I don't know. Grab me, I don't know.
Caw.
Yeah, you're kind of now circling. Actually, you can fly back up if you want to as he gets up, and you can land.
Or just grab the rope and tow me over.
I think with that dexterity check, I didn't explain it. I think you managed to stop and pull yourself back up. So as they underneath you.
Okay. Yeah.
Does that make sense? Like, if I'm going down this rope, this one here, if I get to the one where it's switching to the other direction, grab the rope and swing me over, I'll grab the other one and start climbing down that one. And then just keep rotating me back and forth.
Yep.
Okay.
I'll do that with my beak.
Now that you see how they're going, gliding though, you are going to have to make some dexterity checks because you do still have to just make it at the right time and kind of glide down. But you're going to...
Can I have a held action as we go down?
Yeah.
I would like to cast a spell if we get hit and it feels like we're going to fall.
Okay, got it. You are waiting, holding on to the soft feathers of a giant eagle. Okay. I'm going to have you roll dexterity saving throws. Just as you pass each, it will be a lower difficulty though, because you know what you're trying to do.
Okay.
So here's the first one, 20 feet down.
I guess I can't flip a Mariner's Coin and...
It's your eagle form, so whatever your dex is.
Yeah, I know. I was just trying to decide if I could do my Mariner's Coin, because I rolled a 5, but I can't as an eagle. So 8.
8? No. Trying to kind of glide. This is clearly the first time Elvin's turned into something flying, though, and he's trying to make it down and time it right, but he still needs distance, and you see it coming. And it's a spinning.
Okay. Killian will... Does it look like... I was trying to see if shield would protect him.
I will give you... You will get the same benefits. I'll give you a +2 to your armor class from shield. I'll say that you've pushed your hand out far enough that you'll get a minor benefit.
That's a major stretch
shield.
on the usage of shield. Because the other thing I thought about doing, I'll just tell y'all, was dimension dooring us down. I mean, I hate to use my level 4 slot.
I'd rather have that to get us out.
That also leaves Romer trapped, so I guess we'll just eat it.
What's your add +2 to your armor class?
15.
You're 15? That didn't get you.
Ooh.
As Killian, I will say this though. I do need you to make a dexterity saving throw with that. I think absorbing the force with your shield, trying to push it out.
Oh.
I totally whiff.
I will let you make an attack roll to catch him.
Do it, man.
By crit? Just kidding, I don't.
Yeah, got you.
Now I'm in the talons instead of clutching, holding on.
You swing one arm down, and you push a shield out, and you feel the scythe, this blade, just bounce off of you. You're almost pushing it and slowing it down, but the force of it kind of knocks you over the other side, and you start to fall. You instinctively feel it. And those talons, as you begin, your stomach drops. You feel talons grab your shoulders.
Everything's fine.
What rolls I need?
Well, there's the first one.
I need you with that hit as they were kind of guiding it down to make a dexterity saving throw, please.
Cool.
You're on a rope, so it's a little
17.
bit different. You got it.
Roll an 18.
You're kind of going down, you're like, okay, they're going to make it. Being up at the top, you already see that it's going to go south before it happens, so you have enough time to kind of hold on. And as it slams into Elbin in eagle form, he falls back. You see Killian go. You're able to kind of run along the side a bit and then run the other way. And you're just able to kind of slow yourself without falling. They did manage to... It is over that first brazier, though. The kind of... the sconce from the wall.
Right.
So you can make it down to the next level as well. You can climb down.
Should I make athletic checks to go to the next level?
You should, but it will be at advantage.
Okay.
Whew.
22.
Yep. You kind of take a small moment's rest over the top of the stone that's holding the brazier. Just okay. Please, another dexterity saving throw as you get to the next one. Okay.
You know what? Killian's going to cast a Dimension Door to get me and him down.
Okay.
If I could have done similar, like holding an action, like seeing that blade coming at him,
Yeah.
he's gonna grab on to his feathers and we'll blink to the bottom.
Okay.
Burns a whole level 4 spell slot, so make no mistake, that was not.
Romer's just like,
You see before you a scythe again coming at them, but a door open in front of them, and it seems to travel with the blade and just as they disappear, and then at the bottom, both of you land at the bottom, and you see that there's kind of a small hole in the center where all of this water is draining down.
Get down into.
I just remind myself, if I fall, I'm going to land on Killian.
All right.
You can do it, Romer!
Okay, so we've got a couple checks for you to make. So you have 3 more to get past.
Okay.
3 more, essentially.
I guess, I don't know why I didn't do this before. I guess I could mage hand a rope to me.
Yeah.
And then swing over to the other one and then slide down and then just do it myself.
That's a good thing.
Yeah.
As long as it looks like it's within range.
I think it absolutely is.
Okay.
Plus, I love it. So, it's just going to be some dexterity checks, but I'm going to give you advantage.
Okay.
So you have advantage on dexterity saving throws. Actually, no. Do acrobatics straight up.
Okay.
Acrobatics.
All right, first one. 16.
Yep. You're starting to get memories of scaling city walls, and you can kind of just vague scaling down into city streets with a couple other familiar faces running through alleys, but seems to bring back memories. And you make it down to the next one.
I just want myself, you think I'd be good at it if I've done it before?
Question. As he's descending, because I dimension doored and the floating disc catches up, is our food and water just like bits of it flying everywhere?
Made it through one.
Whoa!
Second one, it absolutely... The first one, it just... Whoo. The second one, you're watching as it's descending. And I mean, it hits it goes sideways like a platter turned over. Your food just gets
We've got like
things. I
basically in
mean,
a
water's
blender.
it's a blender as it kind of
Cliff Bar
crashes
raining
down towards you.
I had an anvil. I put an anvil on there.
Piano lands on Elvin.
All right, so 2 more.
So 2 more, yeah. So make your next one, please.
Good thing it was advantaged. Rolled a natural 20, so 20.
Woo! All right. You feel like it's going easy. You're mage handing. You're pushing off with one. You are kind of swapping. You're tying off where you can. In the event that you've made it.
Go back.
You've made it so that it's gonna cut. It's gonna
It's like a
zigzag
zigzag
up.
of rope down. Perfect.
One more, please, my friend.
Nope.
Nope.
I'm assuming an 8 fails.
An 8 definitely fails.
I can't do that with advantage.
Oh, right.
You can't double.
Maybe you can't.
You're right, I can't.
I can get away with it.
I'm sure.
Face like this.
Yeah.
Nobody's ever watching.
1, 2, it hits the rope. 3, 4, it hits you.
Okay. Either way, it's great.
Hits the rope.
Okay.
Oh, you're safe then.
The rope snaps, and you take.
Oh, shit. Am I falling?
Yeah.
Into the
How far am I
blender.
falling?
You are falling 20 feet.
20 feet?
40, right? 40 feet?
We made it past. Yeah, it is 40 feet.
So, no, it's 20.
Yeah, it's 20.
All right, well, I'll fall 10, and then I'll Misty Step to the bottom.
Okay.
I'm assuming I'm still going to take D6 of damage.
It doesn't actually say you could do that. It says specifically falls are instant. I looked it up the other day.
Oh, really?
The only thing you can do is feather fall because it specifically says
it's an interact.
it's a reaction
That's
triggered by that.
Okay, all right. So 46, right, I assume?
46.
4d6, that's what it is.
46.
46.
You take 16 bludgeoning damage, so 13, I guess, right? Since you got heavy armor. Does that work
Correct,
the same
yeah.
way?
Oh, yeah, I guess it does, yeah.
You see, and you're all watching. Romer's doing well.
I've got this!
He's focusing, and he kind of gets to one, and it's just purely you, as your foot came, you kind of slip off of the sconce that's holding the brazier, and you start to fall. You manage to see it coming at you, and you slide down enough, but it cuts the rope.
So he cuts the rope. It's one of the things where he's holding onto the rope. Shit.
And he pauses cartoonishly in the air for a
He's
second.
like,
before he starts
gets to the end. Go!
Yeah, he pauses for a second until he notices he's falling, and then he's falling. It's an observer-based reality. So then you hit hard and just, and the wind is knocked out of you. You hear that kind of just, where he can't catch his breath for a moment.
I'm looking at Killian. Son of a bitch! You could have done it.
Are you all right?
Time.
Are you all right?
He kind of gets himself up. No, I'm fine. Lost my accent for a minute.
You missed the door up there.
You're all kind of a little, both of you, it's just your boots that are wet.
So this means we have no rope up to that point.
That's correct, I'm afraid.
I'm still a giant eagle, by the way.
That's right.
I kick the eagle.
Squawk!
You're just gonna chicken hop down the...
Before you, there is a single double door. It's actually, again, it's metal, joined, and it shows, again, a temple, and it looks like the same kind of figure, just in the center of it, hands out, and it looks like energies are just kind of stretching out.
Cool. So, quick question.
Yeah.
The rope, the part is it below the blades now, the cutoff part, or is it above the blades? Is there any of it going below, I should say?
Not on the last one, though, I'm afraid. Well, no. Hold on. You know what? I'm going to roll a percentage to see if it potentially just kind of went on the other side of the sconce.
Because we need to reset the rope up before we
Yeah.
leave.
While he's thinking about that, Killian will walk to the dead center, straddling the hole, and look up. Are the blades actually crossing the center of the cylinder, or are they sort of coming out just to the center?
They look...
Does that make sense? Does my question make sense?
They do. They're not quite touching, but it is a small space kind of in between them. I would say you have about a foot. A foot's kind of difference. Maybe more. Maybe 1 to 2 feet.
Either way, that would allow a rope to be dropped there without fear of it being cut, but you'd have to climb the rope very quickly.
Well, yeah. Well, plus, you're if you're climbing a rope, it's going to be swinging.
Yeah.
You're going to swing into those blades.
Yeah,
True. More likely. But
not if you were hoisted quickly. We got a big boy up there.
We do. But I want to see if we can reattach this rope. Anyway, so
The rope, about 3 feet of it, is hanging on the sconce. So it's doing that slight kind of with the whirling, but it's there, so it's essentially 17 feet up. It's below the blades, but it's 17 feet above your heads.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, he fell 40 feet.
Oh, you fell 40
Fell
feet.
40.
Oh, that's right. God, that was the last bit. Excuse me. Yeah, let me roll it.
No, you rolled 4.
No.
Oh, I'm
not
sorry.
the
I thought you were
percentage.
rolling
Not for the
damage.
distance.
Sorry.
51. It is. It managed to miraculously... It is still up, so it is still now 37 feet above your head. Yeah, because it got cut off. So yeah, it made it. It's the same deal, but it is 37 feet above your head.
all right. I look to you and say, "Can you get me close? I can tie my rope to that rope."
Paw.
I'm not even going to make you guys roll it. I think you kind of understand. You're able to get up. You're able to do it.
Okay.
I will need, actually, not to get up, I will need one more. You're able to drop it, fine, but if you're riding, I will need one more from you. Dexterity saving throw to make it past that.
5.
You made it. You made it. This time you're able, you just drop your wings, and you essentially fall until you pick back up right at the bottom.
All right. Well, that was my rope I used for that, so I don't have any more.
You do have a zigzagging rope that goes all the way to the top, alternating between the blades. Y'all like that? I made that shit up.
Yeah, that was good. That was cool.
Stupid. Fell.
I burnt
I don't blame you.
spell slot.
It's not your fault, man.
Can only take one person, man.
That's right. They changed that.
Yeah,
didn't they?
dimension door. You
It
can't.
used to be able to take a whole ass
You
load.
could take like a group,
Yeah.
like your whole party.
Thanks for the follow.
Now it's just a single ass, not a whole ass load.
Yeah.
You guys are there.
All right. Did you say there was a door down
It's
there?
a single double door.
Right. All right. I'll take out. I probably had a Jatha away,
Yeah,
and
I would
I'll
imagine.
summon a Jatha back. All right. Here we go.
On we go then.
Okay.
Actually, before that, I'm gonna take one of my potions.
Yeah, sorry, I would heal you, but I'm a bird.
This room is
If you're a bird, I'm a bird.
just a small corridor, but it shows depicting battles on the side, almost bas reliefs. On the side of, you see what looks like Afrits and genies fighting each other. You see clearly armies over the dunes, but you notice some of it looks like, before that on one side, you see the kind of slow descent in the landscapes in the background. One point it looked like forest and a valley. Then there's less and less trees. It looks maybe more like a tropical island. And it continues to when it's just sand.
These are like on the walls.
Yeah, just on the walls.
What is the door? Does it look normal? Like,
It looks normal.
did the one we came through have like a handle, or did we just push it open?
It essentially just had kind of the two,
like rings.
like the rings, yeah, exactly, that you would push through.
All right. Well, I'm not a thief, but I'll walk up and just like look for traps.
Okay.
I'll help too. I'm really good at investigation.
I have good perception as an eagle.
Yeah, he'll assist you, or whoever's assisting
I'll
who?
assist you.
Okay.
Got it. You can go ahead and
I
roll.
will roll investigation. I'll have Aniki on my shoulder too. Like, keep a close eye out.
I'll be on Romer's shoulder.
That would be a 23.
You do see that this door here actually looks like where you would set your hands to kind of push it in. You see some small indentations, and as you kind of look closer, you can see that it's definitely what would be kind of needles that came out. Wouldn't be deadly or anything, but you can see that it'd just be a small bit.
Could be laced with poisons.
You also think you could set it off.
Gotcha.
Well, if it is poison, it's probably long since knocked, I would assume.
I'll cast Mage Hand to try to push on this.
I'll help him.
To double Mage Hands.
As,
They're gonna shake hands.
Yeah.
And
as you double Mage Hand, you can see is almost a pressure plate and spikes just... But the door opens as the spikes.
See? No problem.
Alright, so far.
In this room, you see...
Anakin time.
No.
You see double doors to the north. You see a door to the east and west. As you're here, there's large... They look like they're almost taxidermied massive cats. And they seem to be in decor. They look dusty. Eyes are unmoving forward. They're definitely not statues, but they're large. You see wraps all around them. But you see jewels surrounding the neck, kind of just sitting down, and cuffs.
Seems like another trap, but I really want them.
To keep or to kill?
To keep the gems.
The gems. I thought you were talking about the cats.
No, I could care less about that.
I think I'd get out of eagle form. It's not a very fly-friendly zone.
Just even hopping.
This is a no-fly zone.
Yeah.
This whole thing. What do you think? I don't think we should be looting.
I agree. On the way out, I'll probably grab something right now. No.
Killian is going to look at them pretty closely, though. Like, I think he's going to be like, can you give me just a few moments?
Sure.
Pull out the chalk from his... Get down on the ground and gonna ritual cast Detect Magic.
Okay. You don't even have to, because you get in, you start to draw. And as the doors close behind you, you start to hear rips. But the first thing that seems, as you're looking, you see out of the back, rips starting to come, and tentacles.
Tight.
As just these wraps start. That's where we're going to take our first break, though, everyone.
Son of a bitch.
Hey everyone, and thank you for tuning in to us here at Castle Mac. We're so happy that you came. The point of this video is just to do a little bit of housekeeping on the break. That way when you come back, we can just jump straight back into the action with whatever show that you were watching. If you're watching us live right now on Twitch, you can go ahead and mash that follow button up here. If you're watching us a little bit later on YouTube, you can mash that subscribe button right down here. We stream live on Twitch on Tuesdays and Sundays, both at 7:30 Eastern Standard Time, and we try to upload our videos to YouTube about 48 hours later, so you can follow us there, youtube.com/CastleMac. If you want to talk to us outside of our streams, then you can go ahead and follow us on Twitter. Sometimes we post schedules there if we're going to be streaming in between. We have some friends of ours that stream on our channel, the Macolites. We also do a Marches-style campaign with some of our friends in our Discord, and that happens periodically. So if you want to know when, you can just follow us on Twitter. Our Twitter handles are all CastleMac, and then our first name. You can follow me. I'm CastleMac Lydia. You can follow Raven. You can follow our DMs, Stephen and John. You can follow any of us, and you can find our names right underneath of our characters on our nameplates. So we would love it if you would follow us, and you can find us on our other streams there. And also, if you want to talk to us off of Twitter, you can follow us on our Discord. We have a Discord server. You just go to our Twitch channel, scroll down a little bit, and you can follow that link. We are there pretty much all the time. There are people from all over the world, so no matter what time you're chatting, I guarantee there will be someone there to chat back at you. It's so much fun. Everyone there is so nice. And I just want to talk now a little bit about what goes on during our Twitch streams. So for every 500 bits donated or every sub, we get a divine reroll. That is basically the God saying, you can re-roll that terrible D20 roll that you just made as a player. If you roll badly, you can re-roll that and hope for better. But also, if the DM rolls really hot and it's gonna hurt us, we can make him re-roll that in hopes that he won't hurt us quite so badly. So it's great. And with those bits, it allows us to upgrade some of our equipment. We've been able to get new microphones, so we sound so much better than we used to. We have these lapel mics. We're hoping to get some new cameras in the future. And with those bits, we're able to pay artists from Twitter that we find to do character portraits. We found some on Facebook that are really great. We've been able to commission a new theme song for our Waterdeep Dragon Heist campaign. The art looks amazing, and we're so happy to be able to give that back to artists that we found. So with that, we are so happy that you're here. We are so thankful to have you as a viewer and a subscriber and a chatter in our Discord. We hope that you will stay around, because in the next few minutes we'll be coming back to whatever show you're watching. We're so happy that you're here, so thank you so much.
Welcome back, careful and discerning viewers. Where last we left, out of mummified shells come probably the pets of this one-time pharaoh, or displacer beast. But before we get back to that, we have a raffle.
Yes.
That we're going to kick off. And we are raffling off...
This is a custom Eris Savad keychain. They're super cool. I have one of her dice trays, which is awesome. By the way, she is doing a pre-order right now for some special edition dice trays that have prints inside that look really cool.
Right.
Not the artist formerly known as, but like graphic prints.
One would hope.
There's a link on our Discord.
There is a link in our Discord, but if you check out Eris Savad, the code CastleMac will save you 10% on those, and they're super cool. But here we go. Let's kick off this raffle. Raffle has started.
So you guys just type that, and I will come back to it.
So
probably.
what do they do for the raffle? They type.
Just type !join. It's all in the text.
There you go. All right.
To our YouTube viewers, I am sorry. Just try to catch us live for raffles. We've literally looked into doing raffles for YouTube. It's a lot harder to do. They're governed by quite a lot of rules.
Interesting. I didn't even think you could.
Twitch is kind of the Wild West. You can kind of get away with it, frankly.
I forget what we did with the other initiative tents.
Ooh. You know what? They might have got added to the Finders of the Deep.
Okay.
I can do that for you. I can get them.
All right.
real quick.
So
keep chatting them up.
Initiative?
yes, let's roll initiative.
You can just assume I'm at the top.
Sure. All right. What did we get, y'all?
19.
19. Oh, thank you, my dude. I'm going to do 2 separate ones. So all of the kind of bluish purple ones, and then the black one. Okay.
Yeah, but which ones look cooler, though?
They both look cool, man. They look equally cool.
Yeah, but like, which ones look the coolest?
That one looks.
Oh!
Okay, so 19 from Elbin.
16.
16. 20-something.
31.
Such a cocky ass look when he rolls.
31.
It's like, I'm just waiting for him to ask.
These are the boys I painted.
Don't you want to ask me what I...
Honestly, from here I can't.
So those are your
I
favorite.
really can't.
All right, well, your old man eyes. Give him a good look.
Both shit, don't
All right.
I hate everybody. Can you kill him? Can you kill Jeff?
I didn't say
I'm the one
it.
that said it.
He said
I'm
it.
gonna miss
Yeah, but I'm still
him.
gonna punish him
Okay.
for what you said.
I'll feel real bad.
Okay. These kind of tears, almost like shells of just stitching and wraps, fall as tentacles pull out. You see what look almost like panthers, but the necklaces that were being held to fall to the ground, glistening with jewels.
Ooh.
But here you are, Killian. You are up.
All right. Fireball right there.
Really?
Yeah, it won't hit. It won't hit either of us. You and I are both just on the outskirts of it.
Okay.
I'll have Anarchy fly right here and give Romer advantage.
Okay.
And a fireball right there will hit those two.
Gotcha. So here is, I'm looking to beat a 16.
Yeah.
There's that one. Failed. That one. Passed.
Okay.
Oh,
Pretty good roll there.
Pretty damn good roll.
Let's see. 10, 22.
34?
What's that? 34?
No,
That's 22, 28,
36.
31, 36.
36.
36 damage.
That's probably the highest you've ever rolled on that.
Might be. It's pretty good.
Okay. Well, that one over there, you see, as it's going to, you erupt a fireball. Dust kind of falls from ahead of you. So that one over there is enveloped and just kind of thrown against the wall, all of its tentacles hitting as it, This one, though, seems to shift. And as it kind of comes back in, It doesn't look like it took any damage.
Oh my god, I forgot about that.
Avoidance, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
I hate those guys.
You knew.
And yeah, she's giving Romer advantage on that one.
Okay. That one over in the corner, though, is acting as you see it singed. And it moves forward
Yeah.
to attack Romer.
Yeah. See, everyone punishes you for the things that other people do.
All right, here's its first attack. I think that's a hit.
I'll allow it.
So generous.
Bludgeoning and piercing don't make any difference to your heavy armor.
Yeah, bludgeoning, piercing,
All the same?
all
All right,
as long as it's non-magical.
I'm going to roll these together.
Hey, thanks, Wild. I'm glad someone appreciates my painting.
I
around
rolled
here.
as terrible
Maybe the
as
makeup
I
tutorial.
could.
Okay.
I like the little pads.
Thanks, man.
What was that?
You
You thought of
take
something. Good job.
you take 6 points of damage.
All right. Is that unmodified?
Sorry, that is unmodified.
Okay.
And what is your armor class, by the way?
18.
18. Yeah, second one didn't get you. Actually, no, I lied. The second one did get you.
Cool.
So here's that second attack. You take 9 points of damage. Also unmodified.
Got it. Yep. It just makes it easier. I can do it on my side.
Okay. Is that Elbin? It is your go. As you see the three that are surrounding are kind of phasing in and out. Almost a small shift of... You got it? Did you get that?
A little more.
One more time.
Got it.
One more time with feeling.
Like you mean it. I will bring some wolves to the party.
Cats hate dogs.
Bring some milkshake.
Something like that.
Okay.
Well, actually, do I have to put them next to each other?
No.
I don't think so, my
I
dude.
will set up a roadblock here.
Great. Put his butt right on me. Stop!
Just sniffing his crotch.
Okay, and that's it for me.
Okay. Romer.
Well, unfortunately, I can't get to that one without drawing. So I will bonus action hex that one.
Got it.
And
Your eyes flash and you see its cat eyes flash for
I
a
assume
moment.
with disadvantage?
No. It is here.
Oh, took any damage. Okay, gotcha. All right.
It is, I mean, it's half burned and it's right in front of
But
you.
he had his turn. Doesn't it come back?
I think it's till the end of its next turn.
Oh!
I
To the
believe.
beginning of its next turn.
Yeah, the
Well-
beginning of its next turn. No, until the end of its next turn.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. All right.
Tight.
That's a 20.
Absolutely got it.
All right. So,
Damn, I wish I could, like, somehow remote focus these.
wow. So that's so 22 damage.
Ooh.
Yeah, I was almost max on that one.
Seems effective.
And higher, 24 to hit.
Yep.
And I can't re-roll that. So that is 12 on that one.
I mean, as it's burned, you cut off one of its tentacles and you just kind of cut down as it just...
Still alive?
But a few are still going. It is still up, my dude.
Cut off one of his tentacles, so you've only got 9 nickels to go.
All right, I'm going to give him inspiration for that.
Oh
Because
my
that actually made me laugh.
You guys...
I hate to
this to
encourage
me.
him,
Thank
but that
you.
was pretty funny.
Thank you.
You got me.
Okay.
I was just waiting for a good joke. I didn't think I was going to give it.
Right.
Still get in here. So, I'm going to roll. On a 1-2, it attacks your wolf. On a 3-4, it attacks Killian. Attacks Killian. So, here's the first one. No.
Oh, I thought they were
absolutely
large,
not.
so I
Cool.
placed them like that. Whoops.
I rolled a 13, my dude.
I'm pretty sure they are large. What, the cats?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and cast shield.
Okay, what's your total at?
Now it's 20.
So could he have gotten to Gillian?
One A few tentacles kind of miss as you dodge, and one coming with its like kind of suction cups and small claws. And as it gets right here, it just
Tight.
kind of pulls off.
Just because it might matter. Are they large? Because I had meant to block them. But if they're not large, then I don't know.
They are large.
They have reach, don't
Yeah.
they?
Okay.
They do have reach.
Sorry, so just so I know where
I'll
it
move it
is.
back. I
Exactly.
see what you're
Still
trying to do.
okay.
Yes, I will. So it does have reach.
I gotta tweet a picture of this fight.
This
real
one
quick.
is coming over here, and it's actually going to attack you, Elvin.
Just for pointing that out. Got it.
Yep. No, I'm just kidding. What's your armor class?
17.
No. Neither one of those get you. That one is just going to attack your wolf. What's its armor class?
130? 14.
Don't even worry. Your wolf
Thanks,
is
Sean.
easily dodging it. And Killian, it's to you.
Okay. Well,
Again, these other ones that look slightly off-colored are all still kind of blinking in and out, moving almost 3 to 6 inches past the vision. It's almost double vision.
all but this one.
All but
we're
that
blinking?
one, correct.
All right. Well, Killian's gonna focus down what he can. Anarchy doesn't want to get an opportunity attack, so she will continue to give Romer advantage on this one, and Killian will firebolt over the back of that wolf, trying to shoot this.
Are you because they can attack you? You're still threatened technically
What's that?
because they have 10-foot reach.
Congrats, Devin Utilitas, for winning the keychain. You know how to get in contact with us, my dude.
Think you can find
Is it only
us.
adjacent?
It's only adjacent.
Okay, I
Yep.
wasn't sure.
Zapping this one.
Got it.
Is it going in the prison?
It's an 11. All of my dice are in the prison.
It's an 11, but it was a 1. So it just... I mean, it slams in. And you have it, but honestly, there's tentacles that are kind of pulling past you over here that you just can't quite get the aim you want while both dodging those attacks.
Cool. That's my third one of the night on like 7 dice.
It's not as much as I had Friday.
Yeah, you
Dude, I
have
had like 8 or 9.
Steven's running a for-profit prison.
It is...
For-profit dice prison industry.
It is on... That one
On me. Yeah.
is going to attack you. Oh.
Well, hold on. Before you... I'm going to riposte that one
Okay.
and attack it back.
Got it. Go for it.
And I'm still not at disadvantage.
No, not right
I
now.
don't think I'm going to kill it, but I'm just trying.
Even damaging it is a good thing. No?
You know what? I'm going to use this.
Okay.
Because it pissed me off. 21.
Yes.
All right, so that'll add an extra D8 to that. And reroll this. Oh my god, that was abysmal. 12 damage.
At least you only got 2 ones.
You cut down one of its paws, kind of goes, and you continue. You slice right across its face, and one of its eyes is just this. It seems like it's barely standing, but one of those did hit you at the same time that you exposed yourself to an attack. You take 10 damage.
10, alright.
And
Oh, concentration.
fuck y'all.
Yeah, I'm good.
I'll fucking kill both of you.
Stupid.
You're dead and you're dead.
I'm sorry.
I do make a compromise. I do
I
giggle,
live!
but I resist jokes.
At the end, as much as it looks hurt, it seems to kind of start to shake, and again, now it's shifting in view, like double vision, moving too fast.
But I hit it, though.
Oh, you did hit it.
Yeah,
Excuse me.
right.
No, it tries.
Okay.
But with that kind of wounded paw, it can't seem to move fast enough.
Thank you.
Elbin.
So, who's flitting in and out of view? Nobody now?
Just that one over there, the one in...
The boss boy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just deal
BRB.
with it.
Focus
Yeah,
on
yeah.
this camera. See if I can quick hot adjust it.
Okay.
Has anybody else been hit? Sorry.
No.
Okay. Then I will just swing on that one by Romer. Wolf.
He'll have
swing.
advantage because I'm there.
All right.
Because it's any ally.
On which one? That one? Okay.
This is the wolf, not no.
Well, actually, I guess it's disadvantaged. So
It
you
is.
just rolled.
Yeah, just rolled regular,
Sorry.
actually.
Yeah.
Do it again.
Same thing.
Same thing.
That hits.
4, it's been a while. 2d6 plus 3, yep.
6? 7? Okay. One of those wolves kind of tears into the side and starts ripping at it.
And then this one on that one. I guess.
Not disadvantage. Just
regular.
at disadvantage.
At disadvantage.
And mechanically, if I tried to attack that, it would just not work at all because he's...
No, it would be a advantaged attack, in fact.
Because he's been hit. So the displacer beasts, right, as Sean's been describing, they kind of like blink all over the place, but once you hit them, they stop blinking. They're sort of like, did you play Horizon
So he's not
Zero
blinking.
Dawn?
I thought you just said that one.
No, he's the only one who's not. Sorry.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
I confused you.
Well, that's fine. That's fine.
Did you play Horizon Zero Dawn?
No, I didn't.
They had displacer beast knockoffs in it. They were super cool. They were exactly like displacer beasts.
And I attack that one then.
Okay.
16
Absolutely.
for
Wow.
14.
That wolf, Romer, as you're looking, a wolf just tears into the neck and just to the ground, kind of pawing and scratching at it as it tears its throat. That one is gone.
Nice.
And then... I guess he's gonna stay where he is.
He'll draw if he moves. Because they have 10-foot reach.
Right, yeah, okay.
He can move closer to that one. Or no, I guess he is adjacent to him anyway.
Then Elbin will... Didn't think this far into it. Yeah, then Elbin will... I'll just savage attack that guy right next to me.
Primal savagery.
Yeah, sorry.
I was like, did you take that?
Holy shit.
Yeah? Did you not? 12.
Actually, that does not hit, I'm afraid.
That's me.
As you try to, you can't get it. Romer.
Alright, I'm going to move my hex to this one.
Got it.
This one is not phasing, correct?
It is not, no.
Right, yeah, alright. So, swing. 21. For 19 damage. And a miss.
You turn your sword around, spin it as you do, and slice into the one behind you as you turn around.
Nice.
Try again, but it's starting to dodge and back away from you. Okay. It is their go. Alright.
This one's go?
This one's go.
Okay.
Is again same. He's going to attack the wolf that time, actually. What's that armor class?
14.
No, that missed. That got it. Jesus. 4, 7 damage. Oof. Y'all are going in a little jail.
Yeah, man. You gotta use the jails.
Little buttholes.
All my dice would be in jails if I did that.
Well, I'm just gonna cycle through until all my D20s are in jail, then I'll release them all.
Then one goes on parole.
See which ones have been rehabilitated.
Pick the same color wolves. No, I don't know how to keep track of them. This one has whiter legs, I guess.
Okay. This one is actually going to attack you, though, Elbin.
Mm-mm.
Definitely not with that. And not with that. It tries, and I mean, tentacles are moving, and though you couldn't quite hit it, you still have claws that have grown, and you're able to just kind of deflect. This one over here is going to attack your wolf. Roll both of those. One of those hits, and it will take 10 damage.
That's on this one, right?
That, correct. So let's see. It is the end of their turn, or end of their next turn is what it is, right? Yeah, so...
No, because we hit them before their turn.
That's right,
so
that's
it comes
it.
back.
Yeah, so they're
They
all
all come back.
Yeah,
They're all
that's it.
phasing.
They're all phasing.
Yep.
Who's on the boss group?
Nobody, actually.
boss.
Yeah, that was
Excuse me.
just the
Sorry.
big one, or just the non-purple one. Okay. All right, Killian then, Anarchy will give Killian advantage on an attack there. And Killian will firebolt at
I
Mortal.
totally forgot to use it.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. So I was just thinking about attacking the other one this morning.
Killian will be like, Elbin, watch out! And fire from his wand. That's still a 14.
That hits.
God, you're plus 10.
I have a plus 10 now.
Holy crap.
For 10 damage.
10 damage.
And you're lucky. I'm going to let you stay out, but
I mean, he hit.
Nice.
the beat cop has his eyes on you.
You're on parole.
That is me.
Okay. Elbin.
Oh, okay. Wolf on this guy. He's already hurt, right?
He is.
And do I have disadvantage?
No, he just hit him.
Right.
Mhm.
Okay. So then advantage.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
Nice.
definitely.
For 13.
Your wolves start tearing as all of you start to focus on the one that you can see. Just fire. Wolves are tearing at it.
And this guy on this guy will be
Disadvantage.
advantage, right? 9.
Your wolf lunges for what it thinks. And as it almost hits the wall, it starts backing up as the thing's right next to it still.
Snaps at open air.
And then Elbin himself will... I always forget. If I cast a cantrip on that, is it disadvantage because I'm adjacent to him?
Yep.
Okay, then I will just primal savagery again on the one
Okay.
next to me. That's regular, right?
That's right.
14.
That hits.
Cool. I haven't used this in forever. What is it? 2d10? Those are 12s.
Yep.
I remember
The
that.
old use.
For 10. Right?
Right.
Yeah.
Again, you grow bear claws on your own, and with one you kind of dig in, and then the other you just drag down the side. Anything else, my dude?
That's it for now.
Romer.
Swing at him. It's 18.
For sure.
So that's 18 damage. Still up.
Still up. Yep.
And that's a 20 to hit.
Absolutely.
And that is 17 damage.
How do you kill that one, my dude?
I think the tendrils are coming around, and one comes at him, and he just grabs it and kind of wraps his arm around it like a rope, hacks it off, and then spins his blade around and just jabs it into his face.
Oh, yeah, just as it goes still for a moment, and as the sword pulls out, you see it just kind of collapse as tentacles
Sweet.
flop down. Thanks for the follow, Stella Luna. Okay. Anything else, my dude?
And then he'll just step there.
Okay, gotcha. All right. Well, this one is going to attack you, Killian. They're not that dumb. Absolutely doesn't get you. But the second also doesn't get you.
To the prison!
This one will move
give him
over
another-
one
give him another
and attack
chance.
Romer.
That tasty wolf there? Mm.
Ooh. That'll get you, my dude. That's 8. That's 12 damage.
Okay.
And then a second attack on you will not get you. As you drop one, at the same moment you look up and there's a tentacle that just... And you have to kind of pull it off, but you're able to block the second hit.
Tight.
Killian, it's your go.
All right. I think Killian needs to focus on the one in front of him now, so I think Anarchy will fly right there, giving me regular, and firebolt on this guy.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely.
Ooh, 15.
You turn as Anarchy kind of strafes past, and for a moment you see it trying to duck away from Anarchy as Anarchy gets close, and and you're just...
Sweet.
As it starts to burning fur
Tight.
is what you smell. Elvin. That one is not displaced any longer.
Okay. I guess Anaki's an ally, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, then I will attack that one with advantage.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
19. For 11.
Do you have Hex up? I think you have to make a concentration for that.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Thank you.
Gotta get those candles
I
out
think I
now.
just made it.
them now. Sorry
Yep.
to be the bummer.
Nope, you're right.
Sorry. Yes, it kind of bites in as, again, it takes a hit after Anarchy strafed, and your wolf, inherently your minds are connected.
Wow,
That-
give whole box.
You know what Killian's doing, so you digs in the side and just claws down.
Nice. And then this one on this guy. Oh yeah, I guess I'm concentrating too.
And that'll be at disadvantage.
Well, normal since I'm got an ally next to me.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
I just forget. What am I? +3 or +5? I'm +5, so 14.
Yeah, that gets it.
Wait, is this a? Yeah, that's a 9. For. Oh yeah. What is it? Okay. 7. My brain's broken.
Is it on this one?
Yeah.
So, this wolf just kind of barrels forward, snapping either way, finally latches onto something and starts to just kind of pull backwards as it has fur and skin in its mouth. And it...
Tight.
And then I will use my enhanced druidcraft on that guy. So that would be a 16 con save.
Gotcha. Which one is it?
That one.
Got it. Made it, I'm afraid.
Of course you did.
As you try to start connecting, but you can feel that each time you start to try to connect, it's almost displacing on the inside. So it's just disrupting your magic as it's trying to start jumping.
I'm glad you can roll high for something.
Oh my god.
Hold on, I gotta add to the tally here real quick. Good.
The death tally.
Another purple worm just for you. Romer, it is your go.
Alright, bonus action, move my hex to that one.
Gotcha.
Not at disadvantage, correct?
Correct.
Did it with his wolf. No. No, I didn't. That's a 12. But that'll hit. Reroll both of these. 11 damage.
11 type. As you are now starting to wade through just cutting tentacles as you're heading through. Anything else, my dude?
Nope, that's it for me.
Okay, let's there go. Alright, they're all attacking now, so... Well, so attack the wolf. What's your armor class, my
14.
dude? No. And a second attack? No, definitely not.
Pop that one in jail, man.
Give the fucking
Use that one on me.
I won't put you in jail. I trust you to come back around.
You gotta talk to him sometimes.
Rehabilitation.
This one's going to attack Romer. You're an 18. Missed. Second attack. Also missed. As you're cutting through and you're starting to block, turning the broadside and... Okay. And they are both... Killian.
Alright, Anarchy will give Killian advantage. Killian will take a step forward. Try to shocking grasp. Believe that's a hit.
Oh, yeah.
If a 4 was a hit. For 10 points of damage, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
You... Again, now you just have your hands out and are...
The wide spread.
You start to pull your hands apart as it... And you connect and you back up as it, again, phases back. Anything else, buddy?
Nope,
Okay.
that's me.
Elbin.
Same deal, so I guess he's full
Visible,
advantage,
yeah,
right?
so advantage. Yes.
For 14? About a wolf, though.
Your wolf biting tentacles, and they're just snapping. It's ripping so hard, it just... There's purple blood that's falling, it's spraying.
I guess he got hit too, right? Romer didn't. Okay.
He's
Doesn't
phased.
matter.
Yeah.
At the end of their turn, they
The
phase.
other turn. Okay. Then regular attack. Don't think so.
No.
Then I'll try again on this guy for my
Gotcha.
advanced druid.
Con save. Failed.
Thank you, Sean. Actual 2d12s. 6 damage.
This time, you're kind of ready, and in fact, you close your eyes, and you're feeling, and you find a spark, almost a seed that you can just... And you can see it's starting to be vines that are kind of peeling out from under its head.
Sweet. And so he'll have disadvantage.
On his next attack roll. Gotcha. Romer.
Alright, disadvantage. That boy. Nope. Disadvantage. That'll hit.
Got it.
So that's 17 damage.
Not bad.
Okay. So you cut through and it phases back as it just... And as it does, the tentacles just seem to shake with it.
God, I hate these things. I love them, but I hate them.
Me too. They're like my favorite creature
Yeah, they're one of
in
my
D&D.
favorites, too.
Okay. Well, this one's going to see if it attacks it or Anarchy.
Maybe we should put that other model back.
It
on.
will
It's
attack
better.
Anarchy.
Alright.
The big base one.
Yeah.
She gone.
As it seems to tire of Anarchy and it looks up for a second. Tentacle just grabs and
Feathers.
and slams against the wall, so in feather splat, but as they disappear as they go. And the second will go on the wolf.
Wait, that attack on her should have been a disadvantage.
You're right. You're absolutely right. Here's the second roll for that.
Come on. Ha!
Missed.
Second attack on her.
Second attack on her.
I want to make a down pillow.
That probably got her. She's a 12.
Oh, yes. So she is.
Alright.
So the first one missed, but a second one.
Alright.
You saved the wolf.
Okay. This one is going... One's going to go on your wolf. That does not hit, and the other's going on Romer. That does not hit either. As it-
One attack?
One was on the wolf, one was on you.
Oh, I see. I'm sorry. My bad.
So tentacles go out and try to hit Romer. You manage to block them also, as it does not get you. Okay, Killian.
Alright, Killian will... And I don't have any save cantrips.
I know. That's.
And I don't really want to spend any...
just firebolt.
Yeah. I'll firebolt this one. Romer! Follow my lead! I'll try to identify it by zapping it once.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Nice.
14? I think it'll kind of be tracking it, and then when he thinks he has it.
Oh, yeah, you... And it... And again, now it seems to phase back in, still with burning fur and just breathing heavy.
I would love to hear audio with just sound effects.
I was gonna say, I want to make like a sample pack of Sean's, a little,
I was joking the other
Soundboard,
night.
that's what
I
it's
was
called.
watching back some of the Sunday episodes to remember what was going on, and I realized when words fail me, I just go to sound. Like,
You totally
come up
do.
and you raise the sail, and it's like,
That's your filler.
yeah, just go right to sound.
need a moment.
It's just
grab
the
a sound
cinematic...
effect.
Yeah,
Oh, by the way, it's not just you. We all do it.
yeah.
I don't. Ready for...
Just real quick, if you were to do that, to edit that out, it'd be like, have you guys seen that Michael Jackson thing where they took all of his non-verbal vocalizations? Yeah, it's like,
There's some more for you.
And I want to auto-tune it to make the theme song and
oh my
Sean
god, please
sound
do it.
effects.
Alright, sorry, go ahead.
But I'm not going
Please do it. I'll pay you.
Okay, then yes. Monthly.
Elvin, it is your turn, in fact.
It's a monthly sub.
Sean, my Patreon.
I have a single patron of my Patreon where I just remix things he says into songs.
I'm your musical servant. Yeah, so... Well, he's dead.
Spend a lot of time on those models, okay?
We'll just replace it with the better one over there.
So this one's going to attack him, I guess. Is he,
Yes.
Blinky boy?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so disadvantage.
Oh, yeah, that's a no.
12.
Oh, yeah, no.
And this one on him.
Which is
Just advantage.
advantage.
Yep.
And it hits, actually. Yeah.
8.
Okay. Your wolf is still trying to just and bear down, and again trying to pull it. Tentacles are trying to push the wolf off, but Romer and your wolf are fighting side by side.
I'm petting him while I'm fighting.
I will enhance Druidcraft that one.
Okay. Failed.
Thank you. 7. And this fish.
And now some moss that was into the kind of sandstones that were there just kind of comes up around one of the paws and starts digging in like thorns.
I love it.
Romer.
All right. Do I want to do precision? Let's roll 4. No. That'll hit.
4.
Yeah. Jeez, I can't even add right now. 12 damage.
12 damage. Do you get to reroll that too?
No, this is the hex.
Oh, got it.
Do it separately.
You're the lawful neutral. You've got like exactly the right dice ready to go.
It's not looking good as you're kind of continuing to dig in, and you can see it's kind of limping, just but the tentacles are slowing down. Okay. This one will move this way. And it's actually going to attack you.
Doesn't my wolf take up those spaces?
Is it all 4?
Isn't?
It's these 4.
It gets weird just because large creatures. I mean, technically, yeah. If they're both 2x2, being large creatures.
But I mean, he could move to here and still attack him if he went that way.
Yeah.
Because they have 10-foot reach, right?
I mean, it is kind of weird. Like, you almost wish they would have had a band of creatures that were like 1x2, like
Right.
long and
Yeah.
slender.
They used to, actually.
I know they did.
Okay.
3.
I did put him there specifically
Yeah,
to block, so if that were the case, I would have done it like this. So
No, I mean,
it would be the same
No.
either way.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Well, it'll attack the wolf.
I'm just saying it looks a little better if we do it like that, so I'm fine with doing it like that.
1 got your wolf boy, and it takes 8 damage.
This is white legs.
And this one will be
Both have white legs.
Snowpaw.
Lighter legs.
Snowpaw. His name's Snowpaw.
This is Nanook and Snowpaw.
this one will move 1 here. That doesn't give it an opportunity. The first one is at disadvantage on you, Romer. Misses.
A riposte.
Go for it.
At normal, right? Because it's still, right, yeah. Because it's till the end of its turn.
Oh yeah, is it end or start?
End. Yeah, so you got it.
Cool.
Yep, that'll hit. So that's 16 damage.
Ooh.
As one hits you and starts leaping at you, Killian, Romer grabs the tentacles, cuts into it as he continues to almost crawl over it and push it to the ground and pull his sword out.
Battlemaster.
Gone.
Battlemaster is where it's at.
Killian, it's your go.
Alright, well, I will again try to be that, like, Pathfinder laser beacon, try to spot it for him. Aiming, and... Yep. 17 fire damage, my dude.
You bring your hands together. It's still burning and in flame. Still standing, but it doesn't look by much. Elvin,
Firebolt.
Okay, I'm totally going to make a sound effect.
do it.
Eventually. This guy will go over. I forgot, I think I asked this last time. If he moves, do they do simultaneously? So, like,
No,
is
they
he
don't
now
go-
going to get
you-
advantage?
Yes, you choose
Okay.
one
You
creature
choose
to
the order.
complete
Okay.
his whole activation.
Yeah,
so he now has to attack, meaning he's getting the benefit.
Sweet.
And then the other one will get the benefit.
Yep.
So, the first one with advantage.
Got it.
Oh, he's not blinking, right? I didn't ask, sorry.
He's
I
not
just shot
blinking.
him.
He just
Okay.
shot
I
him.
path found for you.
So, 11.
How?
Painted the target.
How does that wolf kill this displacer beast.
Just grabs one of the tentacles close to the body and just swings him into the wall.
Slurps him in like spaghetti.
Slurp him in like spaghetti and then waits
You
for him to
see
digest.
the wolf grab tentacles, post its legs, and it slams into the exact kind of pedestal that it was on, and you hear that neck just...
And they both just finish devouring him, thematically.
They're each eating a different tentacle until they get to the middle.
They roll its head to the center.
To each other.
They're each eating five uckles. I don't care if it's stupid, I love it.
I fucking hope I kill every one of
I'll
you.
just put it out there. I don't like Andrew as a person.
Yeah.
So it's something more than like really like.
4 dead cats, almost, is what they look like, laying out on the side with tentacles. Purple blood has splattered this room.
You did say they had jewels around their necks.
They
right?
did, and they fell.
You said they fell to the ground.
I did.
Killian will start collecting them. I mean, we have to pay an army now.
Oh yeah, we'll collect them for
As
sure.
you look, each one has various kind of encrusted jewels, and I mean, it essentially looks like kind of how a collar would lay. Each one of them is worth 500 gold.
Nice.
And jewels and various solid gold that it's made out of.
4?
There's 4.
Okay.
333 each.
Well, just total it up.
Wait,
Well,
no,
there might be
666.
2,000. You got 2,000 gold, essentially.
Yeah, here, you want me to just keep a running total of gold here? I'm really bad at that. I'm gonna forget if I do, so...
Well, it was 666 each, right?
Okay. Yeah. Let's do that.
And that-
I'm just gonna add it right to my character sheet. This was easier so I don't forget.
Romer 100% wants a pelt of one of these. He's not going to do it now.
I'm not going to do it right now.
I'll do it later because I'll get yelled at. Because I want you to enchant it and make me a cloak of displacement. Not going to happen.
I'll do it for you.
I know you can do it.
Mm-hmm.
You're powerful enough.
I mean, I make nice cloaks for people I like.
Okay.
Will you make me a cloak?
I'll make you a cloak. I mean, I'd have to make it really big to fit around your muscles and how
Yeah. I want to be able to hit something and you just have a pre-recorded of all my sound effects, so I'm just like...
God, when's your birthday?
I don't say that in public. No, it's October.
The whole month?
I forgot we're all a bunch of us are October.
Okay.
Not 4 of you.
The double doors forward, you see each door has a keyhole. And there's a large figure that's kind of embossed on the door. It looks humanoid, but it has basically the face almost of a jackal. Like the full head has a jackal over it. Anybody can roll me religion.
I mean, I'm
Not
a
trained in
+5. I'm not trained, but I am a +5.
You can run it just for funsies.
16.
7.
I just like for Eldon not to know anything.
You're
He lived in a tree.
thinking, you're like, that's an old god of death. You're like, I know that. I know that that's the judge of death. You're like, what? You're trying to think, you're like, I don't remember what people, but you know that it was a god of death.
I think Killian would walk to the door and look at the keys, not touching anything, just kind of look at him, and I think he would remark, like, that's an ancient god of death. I can't remember the name.
You need keys to get in there, alright?
Looks like it. Can I do an investigation on the door? It's looking for traps.
Yeah,
Any
go ahead and roll
information
it.
about the keys? It'd be a 20.
20. Doesn't look trapped, but the locks also do look almost arcane. Like the mechanisms themselves.
Alright.
But
We should move on and try to find the keys.
There are 2 other doors in here.
Which way?
That way.
Killian will walk up to the door. He'll inspect it again, just looking for traps.
Okay. No traps. I won't even make you roll it.
Stab your wolf.
Hey, man, that's my wolf.
We will open it.
This for me.
You stack them up.
So, actually, you would see that there's a door here. This door, you see,
That focus. Sorry.
it has a number of, looks like wrapped humans. Like there's kind of sarcophagus that seem to be open, but they seem to be prepped. All wrapped. There's some that are clearly undead that you can see, but they're propped up, but it also looks disheveled. Like, it doesn't look like it was disturbed. It looks like it was incomplete. Like, maybe they were to be placed somewhere, but this was just an adjoining room.
You said undead?
Well, dead.
Dead.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Gotcha. Normal dead.
Normal dead.
Just regular type.
Killian would kind of review it, thinking about what he might know about religion.
And they're kind of laying around in the
Yeah,
chamber.
just some are on the ground, some of them are kind of leaning up, and really less sarcophagus and more, it looks like stone coffins that are kind of set
Like
up against the wall.
a staging area or a prep room.
Pretty
or
much.
something.
That's exactly what it looks
the
like.
green room.
Yeah, before they go in for their one night stand sets. Hey, I'll be here for eternity.
By the ash. Alright.
I'd give you inspiration if I could.
All right, I'll move in with you.
I'm not sure why Killian's taking point.
I was like, I'll
forward
take
stuff.
point, but
Killian will investigate the door, then send Romer in.
looks good. Go,
I'll
go.
investigate the door. You want me to roll it?
Please.
Yeah, you have the best roll.
That's a 15.
Nothing with the door, but you do feel like you hear something. And as you're listening, it sounds like a hum. Constant, unmoving, but a hum.
Alright, Romer. You're up. There's a hum I can hear on the other side of the door. Should be fine.
All right.
What are you going to do, die again?
Yeah, it's possible.
Well, don't.
Oh,
Open the door.
my God, it's a long hallway.
Well, wolves can't go through there.
There they go. They can squeeze.
Yeah.
See if
They just, it's half.
Slow going, disadvantage on attacks,
Yeah.
but they can squeeze.
you see kind of a narrow 5-foot hallway. It doesn't look very remarkable. I mean, it's just kind of rough stone walls. You do see what looks like there's a couple, almost support beams up at the top every couple feet. And you do hear the hum as well, even though there's kind of sand kind of before you
On the floor.
on the floor. Just you hear the...
I'm gonna just take out a dagger, and I'm gonna mage hand.
Why did you suddenly turn Midwestern? Oh, sure, gonna use a dagger, don't you know?
And I'm just gonna kind of mage hand it into the room a little bit to see if anything reacts to it,
Nope.
and then kind of drag it through the sand.
Drag it through the sand, and it goes a couple inches down. It still looks like stone underneath it. You see, it looks, though, that there's a couple, it's almost like each stone has a border that has a little bit of metal around it.
On the floor or on the wall?
On the floor.
Sure, it's fine. All right, well, I'll put the dagger back.
Hey, real quick, is it reasonable that I could ritual cast to get back Anaki?
Yeah, I mean, if you want to
Okay.
take the time, yeah.
I think I would take the 10 minutes. Are you in need of a
Is
rest?
it just 10 minutes?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought it was longer.
Oh, you know what? It might be.
I thought it was an
Hold on.
hour. I could be
I'll,
wrong.
I'll look it up. If it's 10 minutes, I'll do it. If it's longer, I won't. I
Okay.
don't remember.
I guess I would proceed into the room,
Gotcha.
or the passageway.
Okay.
Just
Yeah.
looking at the floor, being very conscious of it.
It is an hour. You're
It is,
right.
yeah.
Yeah, I'll hold off.
Okay.
Sweet.
Right there.
Right there. No. Let's keep going. You guys following right behind him?
Nope. I'll watch for a little ways.
I'll even say, just let me go down and check it out. Looks.
Keep going.
Yeah.
I'll follow now.
Watching the
Once I
floor.
lose sight of him, I'll follow.
Okay.
Son of a bitch.
You staying?
I mean, I'd follow 10 feet behind Killian, I guess.
10 feet behind?
I mean, 20. Probably,
Exactly
probably
10 feet.
40.
Probably 40. 30.
Okay.
Probably an hour. I'm going to take a long rest.
Can each one of you tell me what metal items you have on you, please?
I don't have any.
I don't have
Except
any
the
either.
plate, the sword, the short sword, the dagger.
I don't know that Mariner's coin.
Yeah.
I guess my necklace, is that metal?
Yeah, you still have a scimitar?
Do I?
Let's look.
I don't remember. I don't give
You
much-
do.
Nope.
It's made of wood, though.
Dude, I don't think he has.
I don't
other
think
than
you have.
clasps.
Yeah.
Gold. It's not metal. Well, it is metal, but...
As you get right there, Romer, a pressure plate and the humming.
Shit.
You are slammed to the ground. As your metal is stuck, please make a dexterity saving throw. You made it. Your scimitar slams
Cool.
to the ground. The doors lock behind you. The supports go out. The room starts filling with sand.
Terrifying.
You are laying down. However, Romer, you can see right here there is a lever. You are restrained and grappled, I'm afraid, though.
Okay.
But you two can actively move.
Alright.
So let's go ahead and just roll
Roll
initiative
initiative,
real
yeah.
quick.
Yeehaw!
11.
I didn't break 30 this time.
Such a cock.
29. What are you at? 11.
You're like, oh my.
Where are you, Romer?
12.
Okay. I'll just put
Just skip
enemy
him.
just for
Just skip
just for
him.
initiative count.
Okay.
Killian,
You didn't. That's good.
Killian, they are, and already inches are starting to move, and you heard Romer hit hard.
Alright, well, I will. Romer! He'll run up
It is
here.
difficult going
Okay.
with the
So
sand.
I was here, so 10, 20, and Romer's actually in that square, so
That's right.
30. Is that fair?
Yeah.
And I'll obviously realize he ain't going anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Just be like, Romer, hold on! Do I see a lever over there?
From where you are right there, no.
Okay. This is so stupid, but I think it just makes sense for Killian. How deep is the sand on Romer right now?
Right now, let's see. It's close. It's coming up to here as he's kind of down. So that's 8 inches up.
Okay. I will hold my action to when the sand rises above his face, and I will cast a spell.
Okay. Got it. It does. Right now. After that, continue to go. And now it's starting to get up to your, like, almost up to your knees, where you're starting to kind of have to wade through the sand as it's going. And you see it just start to, and him,
Alright, you know that feel when you make a suboptimal choice, but it's cool for the character? That's now.
Sure, cool.
I'm just gonna be like, Romer, just hold on! I'll send for you! And I'm gonna stick my hand through the sand and cast Banishment on Romer. To banish him to an alternate plane of existence for 60 seconds. Because I can't watch my boy get smothered in sand.
okay,
I like it. I like it a lot.
You are banished, sir.
to another, it's another plane, right?
Yeah, it's their home plane if they're not from this plane. Or it is a harmless demi-plane.
Is it just a demi-plane?
Yeah, it's like he's just like floating in nothing.
Okay.
What did you say to me?
Hold on, I'll bring you back.
Okay.
Like that.
All right. Well, obviously I feel the magic that I would normally resist.
Yeah, Romer.
Right? Mm-hmm. I'll just not resist it.
Yep.
You've thought about it. You know you might have been dead at one point, and you're thinking, oh my god, I'm getting buried again.
Yeah, he's so I think he was okay, yep.
And you can still vaguely hear Killian's voice as his hand goes through, and when it touches you, where you end up, you're able to stand up again, and it's a strange place. You feel fine, but as you look out in the distance, you see lightning cracking. You see strange architecture that seems to be made that you don't recognize. Mountains. There are things flying off in the distance. Again, you don't feel like you're in any danger, but this place looks created.
Now, when I got there, was I laying down?
Yeah, you were.
Was I able to stand up?
Yeah.
So what he's going to do is he's going to stand up and he's going to spread his legs and put his sword and brace himself so that when he comes back, he might have a better chance of standing up.
Okay.
He will banish his sword, though.
You're just...
Yeah.
It's your short sword, you're just... Oh my god.
Yeah.
You're waiting. Okay, well...
Or, you know what? Even better, I'm going to get on my hands and knees.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You got it. You're... Not sure how long it's going to take.
I have no idea.
Mm-hmm.
Elvin.
You said difficult terrain, right?
It is difficult terrain, and actually, it's only getting harder now. So you're moving at quarter speed.
Blink.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
That was fucking tight.
That's all my 4th level spells.
But we haven't short rested yet.
Yeah.
I will,
I short rest and I done it.
I don't have it out, but
Smoking a pipe.
Yeah.
I'll cast Spirit Monkey, and difficult terrain no longer affects us.
Oh my god.
Finally! Yeah.
Yes.
Do you gain a climbing speed as well? Isn't that part of it?
Climbing speed equal to walk speed.
Oh, that's so fantastic.
I didn't understand fully how does climbing speed work.
Normally it's half your speed.
Yeah.
You just move your normal move. You can dash.
But what can you
climb?
climb? You can climb
Anything.
Vertical,
Something
anything.
that you,
yeah.
well, yeah, it's some, you still have
Like
to
I
be
couldn't
able to
use it
climb
in here and been able to.
It can't be
just
like
climb
a
the
sheer
wall.
surface.
Yeah, yeah.
So I couldn't just climb up the wall.
Right.
Okay, gotcha.
As long as
But if it's climbable, you can climb at a speed you can walk at. So,
Okay.
like a brick wall, you can climb.
Good. Thank you for using that special spirit totem. You see behind you like a monkey that looks so much like the ones in Chult that starts kind of hopping on the sand, but it still has that ethereal, almost misty look. And you can feel yourself like the sand, you're just kind of lift up, and you're almost on the top of it.
Cool.
Killian, it's your go.
Alright, well, I think Killian would at least peek around this corner.
You see a lever.
Alright, he's gonna mage hand to flip it.
You and the humming, and you could also feel it just from the clasp and stuff, but it was nothing
they're kinda weighing
significant.
him down.
That it goes back down, just and you see, you can hear and from the bottom of the walls, the sand starts receding.
Like grates opened or something.
Exactly.
Alright, I will look back at Helpin like, alright. And I will cancel my banishment.
back on all fours.
Romer, as you see sand just dissipating in grates. We're going to take our last break of the evening right there as they're in a hallway.
Hey y'all, thank you for sticking it out with us for this episode. This is something we're trying out. We're going to have some videos to play during the breaks where we are going to discuss some Castle Mac lore. We make a lot of references to it in our former games, and we've had a lot of people kind of ask us for a little bit of context. So this first video, we're going to talk about the first campaign we ever played, which was the Tyranny of Dragons campaign. A lot of those characters get referenced all the time in what we call the Mac-Gotten realm, sort of our world. Sean, you wanna tell us who was playing who and kind of what we were up to?
This is a good one to reference. It's not on stream. It's the biggest kind of epic event that's taken place that has now shaped our version of the Sword Coast. So player-wise, we had Lydia, Raven, myself, and we had our friend Jeff playing. Those were the players. Steven was the DM. It quickly started. We had a tiefling druid played by who is Nithbis, played by Raven.
So you hear Nithbis referenced a lot throughout our other games. She currently, as of today when we're recording it, we're on episode 7 of Waterdeep Dragon Heist. She runs, essentially established a town called Golden Leaf just outside of Neverwinter that kind of caters to adventurers. After seeing what adventurers were able to do for the world, she kind of fosters that. So she's referenced quite a bit, and she's sort of leading the charge against the growing threat of Tiamat's return. She's sort of heading up the research and planning for what they're going to do about that.
And then Ennis, who Lydia plays, is the High Matron of the Church of Anauroch. She started out just as a level 1 cleric.
Level 1 High Elf cleric.
She has ascended, and now that we're currently in Waterdeep, the Church of Anauroch, certainly post the events, Anauroch has become a major name in the pantheon of gods. It's kind of moved from the margin to the center due to Ennis. So, and the Church of Anauroch has been rebuilt.
Yeah, the Church of Anauroch in our events was destroyed. The one in Waterdeep was destroyed in a huge, basically, battle that took place inside the city, but was rebuilt kind of to her specifications. And she's now, the High Matron of this church that became very popular, basically because she was one of the heroes that slew Tiamat.
So with that, we have kind of Nithbis, which is the kind of leader of the arcane and natural magic, and Ennis, which is kind of the divine magic. So those are the kind of two pillars of magic that we have in the realm. Jeff's Salos was kind of a well-known pirate trying to turn his life around, and went back and forth. Was good, then got afraid of being good, so went back to disappearing until he was actually ultimately killed when the Church of Anauroch was destroyed. But in another video, we'll talk about how we went to hell to get him back.
Right. He was killed. He is back now, so he's referenced in our first episode of Waterdeep Dragon Heist, and occasionally pops up elsewhere as well. But yeah, actually our very first stream ever was the story of them going to hell to recover his soul. I think that's on our YouTube, but it might not even be. It might be on my personal YouTube. So if you're interested, hit me up. It's rough around the edges, but it was fun.
It was the test run, a weekend test run.
I'll introduce this character, so you don't have to talk about yourself. Sean here played everyone's favorite Goliath barbarian, Kothai, aka Brimskir, aka the rock upon which the wave breaks.
Many other names.
Yep. And sweet boy Kothai joined the party somewhat late after a couple other of Sean's characters, which we don't talk about anymore. So Kothai, he's one of my favorite characters because we used him to establish lore about the giants in the Macgotten realm. So they were sort of Viking-centric, right? And
Steven definitely made it, and I think made a decision, a creative decision, that the giants that we interacted with in Horde of the Dragon Queen and Oldeveld ultimately were good. I mean, they had their own issues with helping out and why they wanted to help, but at least Oldeveld giants of Frost and kind of Cloud Giant clan ultimately is good and helped out throughout. The rest of the giants, the Ordning may or may not be there, but this particular set of giants was just kind of Viking noble conquerors.
Yeah, they were fun. That was a fun sesh. So I think that kind of wraps up for the Tyranny of Dragons campaign. Certainly certain events are referenced there, but I think that, Sean touched on this earlier. The point of that campaign is that war with Tiamat was wide-reaching. It wasn't just some heroes showed up to fight her. It took all of the resources on the Sword Coast. It took an alliance with the Metallic Dragons, who made off with a considerable amount of wealth, which kind of plunged the Sword Coast into some pretty dark times for the preceding years.
Yep. So,
succeeding years.
For just a bullet point, the heroes entered. They got wrapped up in the cult. They were soon asked to continue to go through a caravan. They've taken the fight. They obtained some of the things they needed to help stop Tiamat from returning. Ultimately got the help of the giants. Returned to Waterdeep. Had the church destroyed.
Yep.
And then in the end, managed to unite both grabbing the metallic dragons, kind of their voice spoke out and uplifted, in fact, Neverember himself and the council to have the armies march. And then once the armies marched, there was a, huge battle that engulfed the Well of Dragons.
Right, and in that time, I think it's important to note that the Skyreach, which is the flying castle that was owned by the giants of Oldaveld, was destroyed. So if people are curious about what the other characters are up to now, we talked about Nithbis and Innis. Kothai is now seeking to rebuild Skyreach.
He only has one piece missing at this point. But yes, they nobly sacrificed themselves by crashing Skyreach into the final battle. So
yep, that was fun. Wish that was on stream.
I wish
that was a fun battle.
That was incredible. But Tiamat was stopped, but in later videos and some other things, you'll find out that Tiamat is by no means gone.
Nope. All right, I think that was a good summary. I know some of you guys have asked about some of our lore. We'll continue to do these and play them on the break so that people can kind of catch up, get some additional context. All right, thanks everybody.
Thanks, guys. Yeah.
It's Maclore 1997, y'all. Actual effects.
Yeah,
that's just placeholder footage for the actual effects, which are definitely coming.
Absolutely. By the time we watch this,
probably soon.
We'll be on, so
yeah, we're good to go.
No worries.
Hey, today we're talking about
house rules.
Yes.
Castle Mac house rules. Some of you have asked, and other people seem to have questions that some of these might actually be able to help with. They've definitely helped us since we implemented them.
Yeah. Where do you want to start? We've got a couple that we'll cover, but not many. We tend to be pretty thoughtful about our house rules. We don't, I think we respect rules as written. We want to play the game close to the way it's intended. Yeah. I know that, right, the paradigm is, hey, it's your game, do whatever you want at your table. And I respect and love that, and I think we do. But also, you can have some unforeseen consequences when you start
limits on. Typically, when we change something to benefit, there is a limit to it,
right,
so it's almost a limited amount. And I think the two things we'll talk about first are potions and short rests.
Yeah. Why don't you take it away? Which one do you want to start with?
Short rest, because that's probably maybe the largest change.
Yeah.
So short rest are with us about 3 to 5 minutes. It's enough time to catch your breath, to bandage yourself, but we limit them to 2 per long rest.
Right.
So there's not, I'm going to take another short rest, going to take another short rest.
Right.
That's it.
Yeah, it's great. We were sort of stressed out by some of the short rest-based classes, right? Fighters, warlocks, they sort of have this, there's almost this push to, after every fight, be like, hey, can we take a short rest? But, short rests were an hour. So a dungeon that might take 30 minutes of in-game time, throw in 2 rests, it's only 2.5 hours to clear this small dungeon. It just it didn't jive, right? It just didn't feel right.
And there's levels where it's difficult for every time to try to figure out how narratively an hour would take place.
Yeah.
Whereas, and given, I think those questions are still things you have to work out, and it's very easily, you can still make them like, no, y'all can't. You're still pressed. I still think the same mechanic can work.
Right. Yeah, it 100% can. And I think by limiting it to 2, it's now a finite resource that the party has to essentially call upon when they're ready. You sort of have it's now a bit of a gamble.
The hit dice are still used.
Right.
Everything else is still used up. So it's not.
Because hypothetically, you could just short rest your way after every room. I mean, yeah, it might take you 3 days to clear a dungeon that's 20 rooms or something, but there's nothing to stop you from short resting. And in some ways, that's the way old school D&D was, right? We go in, we poke around. Okay, all right, let's go back out, camp at the entrance, but whatever. So it's worked for us. I think narratively, it's really cool.
It's something.
Welcome back. Where last we left, a hallway was filling with sand quickly. Killian, with his quick thinking, managed to banish Romer to what seemed to be a harmless demiplane, but one that was definitely populated with
something
constructs.
Yeah.
And as you kind of lean back on the walls, Romer
definitely he 100% is having basically like a panic attack when he comes back because he's not sure if he was going to be under sand or not.
Man, I think Killian will kind of put his arm on like it's all.
And he just hugs you.
Oh, yeah, Killian, hug him. It's all right. It's all right.
Everybody take a point of inspiration. I like the way you guys handled that. I like that fear. I like that you burned up a banishment.
You didn't do anything.
No, you did that. You finally used a spirit totem that I came up with myself.
Yeah.
I think you guys handled my sand trap.
Yeah, we got out the right club.
Yeah.
Yep,
Dug ourselves out.
We pitched it. We pitched it out.
Yeah.
That's
Right
what
next
you
to
did.
the hole.
Oh, thank you, Erasavad, for the raid. Somebody won your keychain tonight, in case you didn't know.
Yep.
An Era Savad giveaway tonight. What's up?
Okay. With
Did the door open and everything?
that, you heard them open it. Well, you heard this one unlock, and you heard that one unlock behind you as well.
Before we step through, he just kind of takes a couple breaths and second wins.
Yeah.
Forgetting I have it.
Glad to help you, werewolves.
You dumb wolves.
They would have eaten the sand if they were in there.
You guys open the door?
Nah, I think we're gonna go out.
Yeah, we're done.
Fuck whatever we came here for.
We got 2,000 gold.
We have a couple scrolls of town portal. We're just gonna.
Question. Never mind. Yeah, we opened the door. I would investigate the door.
Okay.
That's right. I'm a good dungeon delver. 20.
It's fine.
Okay. I'll open it. You want to move this?
Yeah, please. So, within this room, what you see is it looks like the preparation chamber. So you see a number of kind of, they almost look like ceramic tops with various things. You can see, again, in here, there are a number of what looks like mummified remains kind of sitting in various positions. Strangely, they're like seated around the same like kind of tables that looked like they were used to kind of cut them open and mummify the remains. But they're kind of set up like strangely close to the utensils.
Work?
Looks like it almost. Or like they were having dinner. You know, it would be like if you were drinking. In the back, there's a bed in the corner, but there's a chair, and it's next to a desk, and there's a figure still has robes on, but is long dead. You see the hair that's incredibly grown out, long fingernails. I mean, it's essentially just a skeleton inside ceremonial robes that's just sitting back.
So there's vessels all over the place that look sealed. Presumably organs. Right.
Didn't they say they buried gems and such with them?
They did. Looks like this is where he was prepared. If I remember right, he did roll pretty good on history earlier, right?
Yeah. I think you know exactly that this was regular.
His organs would have been placed in these vessels.
Are there other vessels other than the ones on the table? Or is
Yeah, there looks like there's some that are not filled, some that are filled.
But are sealed.
They look sealed. Other ones that are still unsealed as they don't look in there. None of them look that ornate necessarily. I mean, there's a level of ceremony and carving to them, but I would say, just with your investigation and everything, none of them look necessarily like what a king would have his organs in.
Gotcha. Well, we're to find a key, I think.
I just start smashing vessels with my sword.
Okay. I'm
just gonna sift through them.
I mean, they've long turned to ash or just remains. Nothing seems to be coming up. As you get closer to the figure, though, you see a small desk. There is a bed that doesn't look like it's been slept in hundreds of years. And there's a small chest next to it. There's also a couple tools sitting on the desk, as well as papers. A couple books.
Would you like me to take a look at that chest before we open it?
No, you should detect magic. Yeah,
I actually do still have detect magic on. I haven't taken any damage.
It's not concentration, is it?
No, it's not. Wait, is it?
If it is,
It is. It would have gone away with banishment.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, can I ritual cast detect magic? Do I have time for that?
Yeah, if you want to.
Yeah, I will. ritual cast detect magic, put on my concentration reminder, and yeah, I'll take a look around the room.
Okay, you got it. As you look, you see on the desk, you see a couple of the papers are magical. You see that one of the daggers is magical. So you kind of look in the chest, you get the kind of vague feeling of fate bottled up magic.
Yeah, I think Killian would. I think his eyes are sort of slightly milky as he detects magic. He'll pick up the dagger, be like, ceremonial. I think it's enchanted in some way.
It is. I won't make you roll. It's a +1 dagger. And when it is touched to, kind of dug into the body of a dead creature, you can cast Speak with Dead once per day.
Ooh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I think Killian's just gonna be like, I think I'll hold on to this one. If you're alright with that.
I'll have no use for that.
I'll also investigate the papers.
Papers? You find, I'm going to tell you find the remains of some that you recognize, but they're the same spell. There's also 3 more Speak with Dead spells, and there looks like there's a number of other ones that were used up.
Cool. Very cool. Are the 3 intact?
Yeah, they're intact. It looks like there was other ones that were used.
Can you cast Speak with Dead?
I don't think yours can.
Can I?
I
Is it cleric only?
I don't know.
I don't know, actually. That's a good question.
It's another great question.
Actually, I'm sorry. One of them is not Speak with Dead. One of them is Animate Dead.
Ooh,
And I know you can do Animate Dead.
I know I can do that one.
I don't think you can do
So there's 2 Speak with Dead and 1 Animate Dead. Plus the Dagger of the High Priest.
Very cool. I think Killian will be kind of jazzed on that.
All seems pretty wholesome.
It's like a solid place. Mm-hmm. Killian uses mage armor to open the chest. Or mage armor.
Bard,
mage hand.
Cleric, Knowledge Domain, the Undying.
No Speak with Dead, huh?
I was wondering if Warlock could cast this.
Can you cast it from the dagger?
The dagger, it will just cast it.
Cool.
So,
Alright, so niche on the spells. Or we'll give the scrolls to the cleric back at Skyreach.
that
right.
will definitely work. As
Remember
you
that since he's your boy?
Yeah.
Okay.
as you pop open the chest, you see a lot more kind of gold and jewels. Some of them are kind of big, like goblets and whatnot, but there's essentially 600 gold worth of kind of various objects. Some of them coins, some of them are rare rings and various goblets that part of you, one, know that they're valuable from a material standpoint. You're not like, oh my god, this is characteristic of 8 centuries ago. I mean,
right.
there's
So
like a collector would probably.
So was it base 600? Is that what you said?
Yep, 600 in various. You also find a couple potions.
All right.
So 200 each is how
Yep.
Well, they might be worth more. I'm just writing down.
Okay, you just leave it off for now then.
Yeah.
We tend to assume we got top dollar, or do you want us to keep them like
I'll
that
tell you,
and
if
play
you
out?
if you remember to find a collector, I will.
Okay.
I'll up that another 300.
Cool.
Okay.
Just remind us.
You find
That'll happen.
2 potions of longevity. So, when you drink this potion, your physical age is reduced by 1d6 plus 6 years to a minimum of 13 years.
Cool. Tight.
Each time you drink the potion of longevity, though, there's a 10% chance that you age instead.
Oh my god.
There is an adder's fang, a dead spider, and a tiny heart, all kind of floating in this liquid.
Thinking something that would appeal to you.
The potion would appeal to me, but I don't think he wants to be younger now. He is pretty young. I think.
Now.
Yeah.
But if you go...
Store that for his old age.
Mm-hmm.
You find a potion of resistance. As you taste it, it's force damage.
Okay.
Wow.
Cool.
And you also find an elixir of health.
That is Really?
So,
What's that?
when you drink that, it cures any disease afflicting you. It removes blinded, deafened, paralyzed, and poisoned.
Nice. Alright, who wants these? Go ahead, I got a sweet.
I'm just writing them down.
Totally not evil dagger.
While I'm not even going to make you roll it, as you kind of look at the dagger and you look up at the mummified remains, you see multiple stab wounds in them, and as you look again, seeing them set up, and you look back, just notice that the hair growth and the fingernail growth itself.
He was entombed alive, and
You imagine that this priest lived far longer than he should have, with nothing to do.
Yep. Just
for a long
had
time.
Communications with his old buddies.
Just,
hey,
like I was
how you
saying.
doing? So, to pick up where we were last 3 years ago. Cool. You got all those potions down?
I do.
Cool.
And I'm sorry, hanging around the priest's neck is a key.
That's right.
Almost forgot about that.
I'll mage hand it off just to be safe.
The head kind of falls another couple inches.
Conan's him.
Alright.
What's the key? Let's get out of here.
We should keep moving. Killian will think about using Speak with Dead on these guys, but...
I run.
And save it for Romer.
Yeah.
That one will take attunement. I didn't say
Oh,
that.
yeah. Figure.
I'll run and jump over the place where I can trigger the trap. He does run.
Yeah. We'll very much be like, this, don't step on it, you wolves. Don't be idiots.
Because I wasn't in the effect, so I can't climb along the wall. I was in another dimension.
What?
You all managed to make it over, but still, even in that 20 seconds it takes you to roll down, that small hum.
Starts getting.
Just as you make it to the other side.
Guess we have to go to the other door now. Hopefully there'll be less humming over there.
We don't need a short rest yet, do we?
Wait.
I wouldn't mind.
Well, okay. I mean, I could, but... Well, I guess we get 2, don't we?
We do get 2.
Okay, I wouldn't...
I'm not down any hit points. All I get back is my 4th level slot.
I mean,
I'll get my spirit totem back. That's about
okay.
it.
No, I think we do it.
I have
Will you
taken
lose
0
the
damage.
wolves on a short rest?
No.
No, they last an hour.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, but
that's
we-
one
no.
of the slightly... We specifically
Said if it's an hour
if
or
it's
less...
an hour or
you lose
less,
them.
it has to go away on the short rest. Otherwise,
Gotcha.
you know, that's
We
a
haven't used any other
balancing
spell
factor.
slots, though, have we?
Have you... Nope.
No. So...
It's up to y'all. It won't get me anything other than spirit totems.
If it doesn't get you guys anything, I can hold off.
Well, no, it will get me, absolutely. I'll get my second win back.
Oh
I'll
yeah,
get spell
let's do it.
slot
Let's do
and
it.
2
Short
Battle
rest.
Master.
Short rest. We'll take a breather in the kitty litter room.
If we can.
You can try.
We attempt.
Okay, you do.
You did. Oh, I was about to erase my spell slot.
And I'm going to spend a hit die. At least 1.
I'm not, because Sean can't hit me.
And I'll spend another 1. Oh my god. 12. That actually got me back, even a little.
Bye.
Cool. Alright. You want to inspect the door?
I will. That's why I went a little Scottish there. 25 on inspecting that door.
You do see similarly. It looks like it's
The needlers?
it's the same kind of needler. Except as you look up, you get a chill down your spine as you see where it would come out is about head level. Average head level. There's a couple as you look at it.
Alright.
Because you're like, that's a pressure plate.
Yeah. He'll point that out.
We'll get to the far sides of the room.
Yeah, we'll kind of stand over here.
I was going to say we could stand back in there and just kind of peek around and mage hand it.
Yeah, we'll team mage hand it again.
You guys.
Team mage hand.
And you see that these ones seem longer as they... You're like, oh my god. But the door opens.
Would have been some eyeballs. Alright, next room.
In this room, there's a couple kind of strewn around items. There seems to be a kind of decorative chair that's sitting. There's a table. There's a rug. Just a small one. It looks tattered,
I do not
old.
step on the rug.
And in the corner there is, on one of the walls, there's a mirror. But that's it.
I still have to... No. Detect magic lasts an hour, doesn't it?
10 minutes.
10 minutes.
10 minutes, okay. I think Killian would be a little weirded out. This is kind of a strange room to have a sitting room next to cat death room. So I will ritual cast Detect Magic again.
Okay.
And there's nothing else in this room, right?
Actually, go ahead and everybody roll investigation or perception, whichever you like.
Good God.
26.
26. As you are looking there, you do see... Actually, I'll give you both of those. In general, here's what you find. One, you see on one door, you're like, there's a secret door over there. You can kind of see the creases in the way it's moved, some of the dust. You're like, that's a secret door. But you also, as you're kind of starting to detect magic and you look, you see that in the mirror, the room placement is different from what it is right now. It's close, but everything looks opposite. You're like, that's the exact same. That shouldn't be. It kind of clicks in. You're like, that's not a reflection.
Killian knows a thing or two about windows. Is it... I'll try to touch the mirror.
Mirror feels like a mirror.
I'll check my hair in the mirror.
Killian will try to move one of the objects in the room and see what it does in the mirror. Like if he slides the chair.
It doesn't change anything in the mirror.
Okay. So he'll try to be like, rearrange these. He'll guide everyone to rearrange.
To mirror what it would look like in
the room
mirror.
to where it matches the mirror.
As you do that, in the mirror, you see a key appear on the seat. And as you turn around, there's a key in the seat that you moved it around to.
Nice.
Sweet. Killian will high five.
It's a lot better than last time you looked in a mirror.
Yeah, it's true. Both times in this game, actually. One time was the weird, descent into madness where he did find Anarchy out of that.
And the other one was before bed.
God, speaking of which, during that short rest, can I have ritual cast to get Anarchy back? Make it a full hour.
You guys want to take an hour?
Yeah, is that okay? I forgot
that.
I don't have her with me.
Yeah. You guys take an hour, sitting in there kind of picking through what you have to make it easier if you want to put on some of the jewelry so you can carry it, free up space.
Killian's got all his rings and silver brushes.
Any crowns that you're looking to put on?
You know what? I would say that
there's a nice tiara.
In that one,
I'll wear it.
There's a diadem. Okay. So it does. Perfect, it is. Cool. It kind of goes up. It's thin. Yeah.
Cool.
There was a diadem in there.
Cool.
If you
want on, it looks in the mirror. All right,
that's both keys.
Yeah.
You want to go through the secret room?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Absolutely, we do.
You guys press it open. Again, it looks like... I'm not going to draw it out. It's not over there.
Dummy.
It looks, again, like it was a private chamber, and you see somebody else decorated in the same robes, dead, but on a bed. Looks like they've just kind of rotted in bed.
Like they were entombed here also?
It doesn't even look necessarily...
Not entombed.
Yes, entombed in general. Like they've been waiting. And again, the same long fingernails and long hair that somebody else...
I'll make sure the door doesn't close behind us.
Okay. It's easy enough to keep open.
Just a bed and a figure, that's it?
There is a chest as well.
I'll investigate it.
Okay, go for it.
I'll use furniture in the room to keep the door open.
Got an 11.
Looks just fine.
mage hand to open it.
Okay. In here, you also find similar valuables. Less, a little bit. Looks like there's about 300 in various states. And again, I'd add another 150 to that for if you find a collector.
Okay.
So you want to just be the sole tracker of
So yeah, you got 450.
I put my initial share. Why don't you track the extra share?
Does that mean you put the 300 in also?
Yeah, I put the 300
Okay.
in mine, but I didn't put the additional that we could get.
Okay. Then I'll do the same.
That way, worst case, I don't forget that we have that.
Yeah.
Because I will.
I wouldn't, but I don't want you to.
Yeah, I know. I know you're rock solid.
Mm-hmm.
In there, you find a number of scrolls.
Nice.
You find... Let's see. Sorry.
That number?
You find
0.
Dream,
Oh, shoot. That's an awesome one.
Plane Shift,
Whoo, boy.
Like how he's writing on his character sheet.
I'm sorry, did you want to cast it?
Major Image, and Cloud Kill.
Oh, I love Cloud Kill.
Fuck a cloud.
That is what you find in there.
Is that what you can do on the internet these days? Keep hearing about this cloud.
Yeah, the cloud is just somebody else's
Actually, I'm sorry. You
computer.
also find one of Bless.
Okay. Over to you to give to the cleric.
Thanks, that's real generous.
Cool. I think Killian would spend a few minutes, strategically, making, a...
Easy access.
Yeah. I think
scroll bandolier.
He has, a bandolier of scrolls. Yeah, exactly.
Quiver.
Some of those are higher level. You have to roll to cast those, right?
A lot of them are, yeah.
I think all of them are.
Cloud Kill, I thought was
I think
4.
it's...
It might not be.
No, it's high. It's at least 5th, if not 6th.
Thanks for the raid, Tabletop Fables.
Oh, what's up, Tabletop Fables? How you guys doing?
Tabletop.
That's what you find, though.
Cool. I think Killian would be like, these are spells of a higher circle than I'm even able to cast. These are good finds.
Good.
Sounds good.
Check his bandolier. All right.
Let's see. I think we have that scroll here somewhere.
Okay, well, I guess we'll go back to the other room and just put the keys in at the same time.
Yeah, it's like the new launch codes.
3, 2, 1.
Have we already inspected these doors?
Yeah, you just saw that they look like there was
is it?
magic.
Pardon me.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
That's the same number I have on my
Easy to remember.
briefcase.
Actually, it's going to be in a different spot.
Oh, okay.
As you
Rob?
unlock the doors and push them open, immediately you feel the wind. As you look across a 10-foot corridor on either side that goes down a number of feet, there's a chasm on either side of you. On the other end is that same jackal-looking figure, gems in the eyes, holding a scale.
Cool.
You guys go ahead and roll perception for me.
12.
15.
No. I'm not going to tell you what I rolled.
15?
But it wasn't good.
You look down, Romer, and it's dark in here. But just the way it's blowing as you take one step out, you kind of have to steady yourself. Underneath you, you have that distinctly, you're looking down, you're like, those are giant webs.
Oh, God.
And that's it for tonight.
Yeah.
That is, in fact, it for tonight. In all honesty,
Andrew's so relieved.
as our
About
heroes
next Tuesday.
step across, and before them, you see inscribed on the door now as you pass, "Behold the path of death. Stand before these eyes and be judged." We will see you next Tuesday as we return back to the tomb of Amen Amap.
Who?
Amen Amap.
A mini map.
A mini
A mini map.
It's a money
fun.
map.
Thank
That
you.
was
I love
awesome.
that.
Thanks, y'all. I'm glad you guys dug it.
All right. Hope you guys can tune in Friday night for the first episode of Avalon, a Star Trek Adventures RPG. Cool. It is this Friday.
What time?
8:30 p.m. Eastern Time.
8:30
It's
p.m.
going to be fun.
I got my Bajoran necklace ready to go, I think.
Yep, it's going to be awesome. All right, let's pay all these sweet raids forward and go raid someone else. We'll see you guys next time. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.